X-Ray Girl just made a brief appearance. Everybody say hello to X-Ray Girl and her Canadian internet. It's just trying to off itself all the time. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Nerdrotic Nooner. Today is August 18th. It's just a Monday. It's just a Monday, but it is also my birthday. Oh, I forgot to look up. Let's see. Celebrity birthdays, August 18th. I know two that we were born on the exact same day. Oh, that list is gone now. That list is gone. I know Edward Norton and Christian Slater and I were all born on the same day in the same year. 1969. The Beatles were still together. I was born technically on the last day of Woodstock because it was supposed to end on the 17th, but due to weather delays and band delays because they were all frying on acid, it didn't end until August 18th. A dark day in history. Christian Slater's okay. Edward Norton's okay. He's fucking better than Mark Ruffalo. That's for sure. Bring him back. Bring him back. They should bring back Eric Bana. And I mean, if they're going to bring everybody back, bring everybody back. Eric Bana, Edward Norton, and then have them team up to beat the shit out of Mark Ruffalo. Man, that's $1 billion movie. That's $1 billion movie. So what's up, Dr. Schlurpo and Chris D. Wards, Mr. Mutz, Christopher, Hunter Davarock, son of, oh God, these names are so difficult now, especially on Rumble. It's like B1 Dust something, White Chocolate. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you. The Grim Dark, Big Papa Pumph, Mark Lazurth. I can get that one. God, I hate these YouTube names. And it's not even consistent. Like we had them normal on Friday Night Tights. Oh, it's Bloodlust. Thank you. He's all, you retard. It's Bloodlust. What's up? Well, as we enter Hollywood and the theaters, long dark tea time of the soul, which will be pretty much until December. I think our oh, what's up, Father Christopher Miller? He's here trying to save us all, everybody. We love that man. And he puts up the spiciest memes for, you know, for being the Catholic that he is. It's so funny. I saw the one you did today. Hang on, I'll show it. Remember, this is, I don't want to get your designation wrong. Oh my God, there's balloons everywhere. Hello, thank you, Twitter. Father Christopher Miller. No. Where are you now? Now I can't find you. Damn, I think I liked your tweet. Hang on, everybody. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Why can I not find your Twitter account now? X-Ray Girl, find Father Christopher Miller's tweet. It's a comic book panel talking about Rock Hudson. Please. I forgot I have an X-Ray Girl here. Yeah. So our focuses are going to go to streaming in this long dark tea time of the soul. Right now, my focus is on a show I don't even know if anybody cares about, and it's like Ryan, you know, made a good point when it comes to Alien. It's seen as this big franchise. My point of view, I hope I made it clear in my review, is there are two Alien movies. There is Alien and Aliens. You asked Razorfist, there's just one. I disagree. I respectfully disagree. I love Aliens. I freaking love that movie. So there's two. And nothing else. There's Dark Horse comics. Those are good. Some of the books, those are good. I guess there's a game out there people like. I'll accept that too. But it's 2 movies. It's 2 movies. And everything has just been shit since then. And I love David Fincher. It's one of my favorite directors. Fuck Alien 3. Hey, if I had a YouTube channel, there's two movies I just loathe till the end of time, and it's Star Trek Generations and it's Alien 3 for what they did to characters that I loved. So F both those movies. Alien is a better movie. Alien is a masterpiece, an absolute masterpiece. Aliens is a good popcorn action, kick-ass movie, really well made. Damn good script, but Alien is on another level. Absolute another level. It is lightning in a bottle. It is high art. It is high art. So I don't know if anybody cares about Alien Earth, but I did. Because I think it's so indicative of just everything we're going to get. It is human AI. And every movie and TV show, not every, but pretty close. Anything like that, from CSI to whatever the fuck they're doing right now, to anything that has the potential to deal with technology. Maybe not a rom-com, although we might get a rom-com about AI. Everything Hollywood is going to make is going to have basically one of 3 things in it for the next 5 years because Trump's back in office. So we're going to get fascism, the rise of fascism, fighting fascism, fascism. And then we're going to get immigration allegories. Everything's going to be a stand-in for ICE now. And then AI. Everything's going to be about fucking AI because they are so scared of AI, but they're acting like AI. So they're going to bring on the AI. I heard people calling Alien the Andor of Alien. All right. Pump the brakes. For one, Andor ain't that great. Just going to say it. It's not that great. It's got like moments that are great. Like the Empire stuff is legit, really fucking good. And then there's a bunch of other people I could give a shit about, and lesbians and fucking intersexual feminism. So I would disagree. I would say it's probably the best thing quality wise Star Wars has done, or Disney Star Wars has done in pieces. Like the Empire stuff is kind of what we were looking for in the beginning, right? But overall, I think it's brought down by the weight of unnecessary lesbians and girl bosses and everything. So, like, I'm just gonna say it, Andor ain't that great. It's not. I know I have friends who would vehemently disagree with me, and I love them to death, but it's not that great. It's just not. I think we're starving men in the desert, starving men and girl bosses in the desert. We got something that was made with quality and that made sense. But when you have a show where the main character is the least interesting thing, oh, no, okay, I'll be fair. He's more interesting than the fucking unnecessary lesbians that were clearly shoot in for DEI. Absolutely no point to them whatsoever. They could be out of the story and it wouldn't really make a difference. Plus, they were just so fucking boring. But anyway, Andor's better than Alien Earth. Alien Earth. And this is the surprising thing. And I talked about my video. Like Noah Hawley's done some really good stuff. But maybe I went a little soft. No, I didn't in the review. I got Kurt Metzger tweeted me last night or DM me last night. We were talking about it. When you're Disney, oh, here it is. Okay. As a matter of fact, Heidi, the first prize happens to be a date with Rock Hudson. A date with Rock Hudson. And he just puts, if you know, you know. Father Christopher Miller. Name drop. Kerp and I are buddies. Kerp and I are buddies. He lives in Texas now. But we were like I love Kerp. Like I didn't know this is kind of how I am, so that's why I'm fine with like I won't hear from Kerp and he won't hear from me for like 2 months, and then we'll just like wall of text. Like, did you see this? You know. So he was bringing up a very good point about the series. So Disney has a bit of a reputation, I would say, right now. They're trying to get away from a little bit, but they have a bit of a reputation. I would say the same reputation that Hollywood has, that they have earned. And we'll just say, you know, they're not kind to adults, and they're definitely not kind to children. If you love your children, you would never, and I mean ever, let them work in Hollywood in any capacity whatsoever. Whatsoever. I love the art of filmmaking. I love television. I love store making. And there's definitely a bunch of people who are just there for that. They love the craft and everything. And they are greatly overshadowed by the opportunists, the degenerates, the fucking weirdos, the glommers, the posers. They're just drowned out at this point. And it sucks. And it's an entire culture thing that's built up over years and years, admittedly. And now it's and it was hidden with success. Success can hide a lot of flaws. Now that it's not so successful anymore, we are starting to see more and more and more. I've pointed out many, many times. Isn't it weird that Me Too stopped? Well, it basically stopped at dudes, and it never had a chance of getting to kids. Makes you wonder. So Disney and Hollywood have their reputation. So you have a show where you're putting 12-year-old kids on average into adult robot bodies and basing it on Peter Pan. So somebody sat down with Noah Hawley, and honestly, I think Noah Hawley just couldn't come up with a fucking idea. He's like, I really like the Peter Pan book. We'll do this. Maybe not thinking it through a little bit. Maybe not thinking it through. So you have 12-year-old kids in robot bodies. And as I pointed out in my video, there's a lot of stuff with kids in adult bodies, and there's a lot of storytelling you can tell. But it's a landmine, right? It's a landmine. Just look at Big. So if you're imprinting it on Peter Pan, what if I'm not saying this is going to happen in the show, and it might not. It might not. Maybe maybe Wendy doesn't fall in love, or maybe she falls in love with one of her other 12-year. This is the landmine. Maybe she's a lesbian and she goes for one of the other girls, but those are two 12-year-olds. Or, you know, they're still two 12-year-olds, even if they date each other. There's two, like, so is there going to be no relationship? Wendy has feelings for Peter Pan at some point in the story, right? I mean, we're not going to do that because Boy Cavalier's Peter Pan. I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out the potential landmines. It's weird. And let's not bring up the author of Peter Pan. Some of you may know. Possibly, probably a bit of a, as they like to say it, problematic past. Like the boys that the Lost Boys were based on, and how he got custody of them by possibly forging a will. Lots of talk about him having a very, very strange relationship with these boys, inappropriate relationship with these boys. I guess Noah Hawley could have done Pinocchio, but he decided to do Peter Pan, an alien. Yeah. And that, aside from that, just horrible dialogue, horrible dialogue, and expository dialogue. Not good. But I've got a whole video about it. We could talk about that. I have not seen the trailer for Good Boy yet. I have not. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Let's talk real quick. We are going to be squaring up FNT later. What are we looking at here? Oh, that's new. Oh, that's reasonable. That's good. That's good. That's good. First, let's. What do we got here? Oh, the Bella Ramsey thing, where she would play Spooderman. She could play Spooderman. No, she'd be a perfect Mojo or Derp. Dupe. Sorry, why did I say Derp? She'd be a perfect dupe. Her face looks like Derp, though. Let's start real quick with this, shall we? This is pretty funny. Derp is better, but no, she'd be a good dupe. Mike Allred's dupe. Let's see if we could share the screen here. There we go. God, yeah, I need to get an ad block. Well, I actually have one. It's just not up right now. It's just not up right now. Okay, so we have Screen Rant being Screen Rant. This has made the rounds on Twitter. It's, guys, even for you, I'm going to say just stop at this point, because it's clear they're trying to get us to talk about, like, that's all this is. They are trying to get, you know, that Gavin Newsom account that's going around Twitter now, where it's like Gavin Newsom, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically Gavin Newsom posting his W's. It's bullshit like that. It's a fucking troll account that every fucking right-wing person is biting in on. And like, I want to respond to Gavin Newsom himself. He's trying to like get a leg up on Twitter. That thing's going to be botted to crazy. Like, Twitter's going to like start shifting back to what it was before, now that Elon's had his little tiff. And it's not getting better, but this account that everybody's like passing up was like, it's, dude, you're just making the next Brooklyn dad defiant or whatever. Like, just respond to Gavin Newsom. Just respond to him. It's propaganda. So, and it's trying to get people to respond. So that is what this is. And we've been saying it for years. And they've been gaslighting for years. That's why, arguably, the access media has been the worst thing for fandom, even more than the corporations, because it's the corporations see the legitimacy in the access media because they have their tongue up their ass so much. So they placate to them. You know, they're that little circle jerk that they talk about, but they also are the willing and able comrades to the corporations. But this is where the corporations kind of by proxy do their gaslighting through, but it's the access media and the corporations that own them that do shit like this. And we all, like, unless you're fucking AI, you have to be a retard to even think this is like Fantastic Four first steps. Surges past its third phase 1 MCU movie with new box office milestone. I mean, we're getting in the Babylon B territory, right? Or way past it. Remember, this is the fucking rag that said 10 things that didn't age well. Basically said Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings didn't age well. I mean, you have no credibility after that, but you never had it, so whatever. I mean, this is like adult beats 3-year-old on at 101 in basketball. We're separating almost 20 years. We're approaching 20 years of the MCU. And of course, I'm going to say adjusted for inflation, which will trigger the fuck out of gun bros. You say adjusted for inflation, they go into like an epileptic seizure, a seizure. I've seen people I like. Brian, Popcast, love you, bro. But Odin was bringing up on Salty Podcast. He's like, but if you adjust for inflation, and we're talking about Superman, and Brian goes, oh man, that inflation argument. Oh man, you mean the truth? You mean the facts? Sorry, we keep bringing that shit up, bro. I love you, Brian, but come on. Don't be all inflation. Yes. Oh, then why not have Screen Rant put up an article right now? James Gunn's Superman surpasses Gone with the Wind's initial theatrical run box office total in the 1930s numbers, if that shit doesn't matter. Because, I mean, you could say that right now. You could. You could also say it probably passes up Star Wars. You know, it's like, shut up. Yes, of course we're going to talk about inflation because it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. X-Ray Girl. Find me, it's on Twitter. Find me the clip of David Cornsweet and James Gunn arguing. By the way, Fantastic Four, flop. It's a flop. It's the third flop. It's the highest grossing flop, but it's the third flop of Marvel this year. So, and it started Marvel Phase Sucks. And yeah, I think Avengers Doomsday is in serious trouble. And I would say that from day one. It's in serious trouble because you cast, well, for one, the entire Thunderbolts. Yelena is going to be one of the leaders. Shang-Chi, Namor is going to be in it. Like, you're going to bring in a bunch of your fucking shitty Phase 4 and Phase 5 characters. So, what? Unless Doctor Doom is just killing each one of them, which could work. I mean, hear me out. I mean, if it's Doctor Doom kills Phase 4 and 5, then it might be the greatest movie ever made. But we know that's not going to be it. We know that's not going to be it. We know, and yeah, a Fantastic Four wasn't as bad as 2/3 of it wasn't as bad as Thunderbolts and all of Captain African American, which was terrible. And now it's going to struggle to get to $500 million. That is embarrassing. But not as embarrassing as the massively super duper successful greatest movie of the year, saved theaters single-handedly, Superman's James Gunn. My opinion really hasn't changed on the movie. It's a mid movie that's performing like a mid movie, maybe overperforming a little bit of overperformance for such a mid movie. Now more people can see it because it's on digital, which is funny, and people are going, "What the fuck?" Listen, if you liked it, you liked it. The discourse over it is hilarious because it is a callback to Man of Steel. This is like history repeats itself. This is a callback to Man of Steel. It's the same shit. It's just more people on the internet than there was 10 years ago. Oh, it's over 10 years ago, 12 years ago. It's the same shit. And some of the, I don't know if it's a overheld resentment from like just having a deep hatred of the Snyder Bros. I don't know what it is. I think there's a little bit of that. Like people who fought with the Snyder Bros in the past have now become them. It's, and I'm a Donner bro. So I've got the popcorn. Listen, my movie wins every time. It's got Christopher Reeve. It's got Gene Hackman. It's got a half-ass Marlon Brando who acts better than anybody in Superman's James Gunn. It's got the late, great Terrence Stamp. It's directed by Dick Donner. And if you adjust for inflation, it made about $1.4 billion. So we win. Again. But watching the two fight it out is funny as hell. It's hilarious. And watching history repeat itself, and people are starting to say it can't be as like it didn't need to break even. Wow. So I can see the meeting with Peter Safran and James Gunn with David Zaslav going, listen, I got this huge plan for 8 years for the DCU. And Zaslav's on, all right. As some people, listen, David Zaslav is hated in Hollywood, which makes me like him just for that. But I think there's some people under the impression that, okay, so I want you to picture Peter Safran, Gunn is there, and David Zaslav's there with his MAGA hat on. Okay, so David Zaslav with his MAGA hat on is like, we're going to be super based and we're going to do everything against Disney. That's what some people think, which is fucking insane. So James Gunn lays out this plan. He's all, okay, I got this great plan. 8-year plan. They're like, all right, what are you going to start with? Superman. All right, cool. But not exactly. Actually, we're going to start with a thing called Creature Commandos. What? Yeah, it's an animated show, Creature Commandos. That's going to start our DC. But that's technically just started, but that is really going to start with Superman. Okay, cool. You're going to make a good Superman movie. You can do an origin? Nah, okay, that's cool. People are over origins. I'm fine. What are you going to do? Stuff it with as many other characters possible and basically make the same fucking mistake that the last regime did by trying to do too much at once. Have our dessert first without slowly, methodically setting up a universe. What? Oh, and the sequel is not going to be a Superman movie. It's going to be part of a Superman saga. But the second movie is going to be about Supergirl, a movie that I look far more interested in. Oh, I'm bringing in Tom King, who woke up one day and decided to cancel a fellow comic book pro on the day his dog died, and all he writes about is his mommy and suicide. So, yeah, we're gonna bring in that guy. Okay. I know I said we're gonna do Authority. We're gonna do the Authority, but I'm gonna cancel it later. And no Batman for 5 years. But we are gonna do a Clayface movie, but it'll be cheap, so it's cool. Because it'll be cheap. I mean, forget like it doesn't make any narrative sense at all, but it'll be cheap, so it's going to be cool. So your second movie's Supergirl. All right, so that'll be cheap too. No, we're going to need 180 to 200 million for that. Okay, well, what about Batman? Oh, we're going to get the director from my favorite superhero movie, The Flash, and have him do it. Oh, and by the way, the cinematographer for my favorite superhero movie, The Flash, is also going to be the cinematographer for Superman. And they're not going to look the same at all. Oh, by the way, I need 300 million to do this Superman movie. And Zaslav's all, cool. Oh, and I think Peacemaker's coming out in September. Even though I run DC, I run the DCU. I run it. Oh, I wrote and directed Peacemaker season 2, but I'm going to tell people I think it comes out in September, although I'm probably directly involved in the release date. So later on, just in case Superman fails, we could bring it on to video on demand and then say, oh, whoopsie, I thought Peacemaker was coming out in September, even though I run everything and wrote the fucking show and produced the fucking show and set the fucking schedule. But whoopsie doopsie. They'll fucking eat that shit up. There's so many people that hate the Snyder Bros. They're going to fucking believe every fucking word I say. Sounds like a great plan. And Zaslav said, let's go, Brandon, and did it. And then he gave James Gunn and Peter Safran MAGA hats, and they put them on because now they're the good guys, and they're all MAGA. Like, people were trying to actually imprint that there's a MAGA like that James Gunn was trying to say Superman was Trump. It's like, guys, calm down. Calm the fuck down. Superman was James Gunn. Okay, that was the message about getting canceled. And Superman was James Gunn. It was a self-insert. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Like, when you're a content creator and you do this stuff, you want to root for things and you want to root for people. I want to root for good films and people who I think are real and authentic. I'm not going to root blindly for a studio just because I don't like another one. That's silly. That's silly. And I saw it all the time in the comic shop. People were rooted against DC, rooted against Marvel. And I was just like, well, I sell them both for one. I like them both. I've always liked them both. I've been more of a Marvel guy, but it's not like I shit on DC or hope they fail. I think when both of them are doing good, everybody wins in the comic book industry. So if all studios are doing well, everybody wins. I like Zaslav's approach of like, hey, let's just go back to what makes us money and quit experimenting with all this other shit. But and I think a lot of people have taken that out. Well, they're getting rid of the DEI and the woke shit. And like, Superman wasn't woke. It wasn't yet. But did you see Peacemaker season 1? I did. The shit was woke. So we'll see. But also in that meeting, James Gunn's going to say, by the way, Peacemaker season 2, a hard rated R, uber violent. It's going to be the most important thing to set up the DCU, and it's going to be on streaming, and kids can't watch it. Great plan. Great plan. But yeah, let's just see how things play out. Let's see how things play out. Great. Dave Zaslav went back to Peter Jackson, got Andy Serkis, and they're going to do Hunt for Gollum. Possibly make it 2 movies. Because overexpanding The Hobbit was just like the best idea, right? Okay, great. You went back to Peter Jackson. Andy Serkis is going to direct it. Well, he directed fucking Venom 2. And Philippa Boyens wrote War of the Rohirrim. So maybe I'm saying you can't go home again. Plus, Sir Ian McKellen announced that Frodo's going to be in it. Now, he could be at the end, maybe. But, I mean, there's no way he could be in the body of the movie because he's basically keeping it secret and keeping it safe for 17 years. It's actually the other way around in the book, but whatever. Yeah, and I mean, what is it going to be? The old cast de-age? I don't know. This is a terrible idea. It's an utterly terrible idea. What I'd love to see, make it an animated. If you want to make it animated, don't let Philippa Boyens write fucking shit anymore, and make it animated, and it's fine. It's fine. Make it one animated movie. Go get Ralph Bakshi. He's still around. Harry Potter. I'm very interested in the series, and I see Ozempic Hagrid walking around. Black Snape. So, yeah, it circles back to Alien Earth. Oh, we brought a good person on to work on it, but you're still repurposing slop, and it just ends up being sloppity slop. I have a list. Find a way to share this, X-Ray Girl. Go to new video. I captured an image. We just want to show the image of the many. So scroll up just a little bit where you see that list of like all the different kinds of prequels. Here, you know what? There you go. There you go. Yeah, get it to my size. Where'd it go? Okay, I'm just going to read it off to you. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So we have everything. I mean, aside from woke and DEI, this is everything wrong with Hollywood right now. It's 500 times magnification. What's going on, Eric? Why are you sorry? What's going on? Hang on.
Oh, the UK YouTube stream is down for some reason, so not that they can see this, but they should go to Rumble. I don't know why.
Just the UK?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I have no idea how that.
How is that even
happens.
possible? How is that even possible? Oh, it's not just for UK.
Oh, I thought it was just the UK.
Is the stream down? Yeah, I see the numbers going. Check the health of the stream.
Oh, the health is excellent. Like I don't really know what else to check. I checked emails and whatnot, and everything.
Oh, the numbers are back. It's fine. So yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Yeah, keep me posted. Okay. Did I get too edgy talking about Superman? I was like, what the fuck? Who cares? All right. Hi, everybody. Sorry for the so here is, aside from DEI, intersectionality, and woke, this is the problem. Like, once you start moving past that, this is the warning I was trying to put in videos last year. It's like, listen, guys, this isn't going to be pretty for the next couple years. I think some things will turn around, some things will not. And it's basically the stuff you could turn around faster. We'll see those signs of change. So those signs of change are, late night shows being canceled. You get shows like Mobland, which is not woke. As a matter of fact, one of the most based fucking lines in any fucking show this year comes from Mobland when they bring up Israel Palestine to Pierce, to Conrad, and what? Oh, I forgot the guy's name. He's like, "What do you think about this stuff in the Middle East?" And he basically says, "I could give a fuck about another man's war." Boom. But I digress. What the problem is this. So I read this off in the Alien review because I found this list. Here are some of the different forms of sequels and prequels you might encounter. There's a prequel. There's a sequel. There's a direct sequel. There's a spinoff. There is a midquel, okay, a story set within the time frame of existing work. There is an interquel, a type of midquel that bridges the gap. There is an intraquel, a type of midquel that focuses on events within a single previous work. There is a standalone sequel, which would just be I don't even know what the fuck that is. There is a paraquel, a sidequel, a legacy sequel, a soft reboot, and a requel. There's also a reboot, a spiritual sequel, and a spiritual successor. If I was made king of the world for a day, I'd make all this illegal. And anybody who tried it would never be able to write again, probably have their hands removed. That might be a little harsh, but it is the death of art. And as a guy who's a big fan of genre and stuff, it's like, fucking stop. Just stop. And I found that list when I was just trying to figure out, like, what the hell Alien Romulus was. I'm like, okay, they're not calling it a sequel to Alien because Alien's a sequel to Alien. They go, no, it's a midquel. I'm like, what the fuck is a midquel? And then I find this. It's called creative bankruptcy. It's called creative bankruptcy. Absolutely shameful. But now we have Alien Earth, which takes place two years before Alien. Two years before Alien. So it's a YouTube issue. Oh, well, you can check it out on Rumble. Yeah, I'm not surprised they had issues. Aren't they implementing their age? Did they implement their age verification 5 days ago? So anytime there is a major shift to the algorithm, YouTube gets fucked up for like 3 weeks. Just does. And they've done an excessive amount of shit this year, rolling out their AI. Basically started in right after. Well, no, it started at the beginning of the year. Then they rolled something else out in March. They rolled something else out in May. They rolled something else out in June, and now they've rolled something else out in August. That's usually they rolled out changes like once or twice a year. That's like 5 to 6 significant changes in a year. It's annoying, but there ain't shit we can do. But you can, yeah, we're on Rumble. Telling people on YouTube you can't watch on YouTube and go to Rumble is a bold move. If YouTube's not working, go fucking watch it on Rumble. Go watch it on Rumble if you need to watch it. That's why it's dual streamed. If you can stay on YouTube too. I don't care. Listen, I'm not a YouTube hater. I'm not like out there going, oh, they're always out to get me. None of that bullshit. I'm very grateful, pretty grateful. And the people I've talked to have been pretty cool, and knock on wood, since all these crazy rollouts, though, the demonetization has gone to almost nil. Almost nil. So a very good thing has come out of it. Like things are a little looser. I'm not saying they're perfect because they're not, but they're a little looser and a little better. God, X-Ray Girl, it's been over. I mean, we get hit with playing clips and stuff like that, right? But I can't remember the last time we were demonetized on Friday Night Tights. It's been a couple months. That's insane. We've never gone that long, ever. Christ's sake, we have Ryan on the show. For Christ's sake. But yeah, that's part of the problem. I mean, just rolling back to Superman. Superman's not like as bad as there's so many worse movies than Superman, but Superman was boring and forgettable for me. And the only thing I'm going to remember from this movie is the discourse, which is hilarious. And I said it before it came out. It better make more money than Man of Steel, or James Gunn will never, until the Smod comes and kills us all. He will never. Smod is sweet meteor of death. He will never hear the end of it. It will, however he's at DCEU, whenever he says something, when the final numbers come in, everything he posts on Threads, on Twitter, will have a reply guy going, it didn't beat the Man of Steel. That'd be fucking funny. That'd be so funny. Oh my God. But I'm like, every time somebody posts about Superman, I'm seeing same people going, it's like, bro, be happy. You can see your movie on at home now. You can see your movie at home. You can see Superman get his ass kicked at home. I love that picture that people are showing the engineer of, like, she flips over and her face morphs over there, and everybody's like, why didn't the bitch just turn around? It's just so funny. Oh God. And that speech is going around, and yeah. But man, you can for $30, you can watch your Superman movie at home. All good. All good. Hey, it beat Fantastic Four. Beat it like a drum. Beat it like a drum. I have never said Superman is going to be a flop. I think it'll make enough to buy some crisps. Maybe pay the catering staff. And good for you. You spent hundreds of millions of dollars to make hundreds of thousands. That's what Ant-Man Quantumania did. It profited $85,000. As said, that's the yearly salary of a plumber in Leeds. Is there a clip? Did somebody tell him that? Listen, I am critical of George R. R. Martin. Did you see the clip of a fan saying he's going to die soon? Well, he's not young. I don't want him to. Did somebody say it to him, or are they just saying that? He's not the only one who said that. He's actually lost a bunch of weight. If you've noticed, he's dropped a good 50, 60 pounds. George R. R. Martin. Let's get to you guys. Sorry for the wonky YouTube. I love John Carter. I unapologetically love, well, the book series is amazing, and I love the movie. How you doing, X-Ray Girl? You okay?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thanks for hanging out with me on my birthday. Since my wife abandoned me. Where is... There it is. Okay. Now I'm hanging out with the boy today. We've done movie night. So we watched Scary Movie 1 and 2. We're going to watch Office Space tonight and then gear up with the Ash versus Evil Dead marathon. I talked about it. Perry's watched it again. I think a couple of people have taken it up. It's getting around spooky season. And if you want to see a show that really, particularly the first 2 seasons, that's basically the Cobra Kai of horror. The Cobra Kai of horror. And it's how you bring back a franchise and show it respect while introducing new characters that are very likable. It's Ash versus Evil Dead. Sam Raimi was directly involved. They lost a writer, I think, around the 2nd season, kind of affected, but not much. Sam Raimi was involved all the way. If you get to the very end is like chef's fucking kiss. Chef's kiss ending to that show. Unfortunately, Perry's like, I don't even know how this thing got made. And I'm like, I don't either. But, it was just, unfortunately, it was made at a bad time where there was still too much going on. Didn't get good ratings when ratings still mattered. I think as a streaming show, I think, if people like Twisted fucking Metal, Ash versus Evil Dead, I think would do really well. It's fucking funny. It's gory as hell, but it's Ash. It is fucking Bruce Campbell as Ash, and it is not like, oh, this is a fun little thing extra to the movies. No, this adds to the movies, and the quality is higher. The overall quality is higher. So you watch your movies, then you watch Ash versus Evil Dead during spooky season. You will not regret it. It is one of the greatest shows ever fucking made. One of the greatest shows ever made. So yeah, we're gonna go out to dinner and go out to do some movie night stuff. Be fun. Just me and the boy. Just me and the boy. How's YouTube doing? Oh, now the stream's gone. Jesus Christ! I'm gonna check this. Let's check it, X-Ray Girl.
Like the health in the studio says it's excellent connection.
Well, it's probably an excellent connection. It might be a YouTube thing. So you go to Nerdrotic Live. Let's do this live. Guys, talk amongst yourself.
Do it live.
Hope you're all doing great.
I don't see any notifications either, so I don't know.
It looks fine on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be affecting people regionally. So UK, I'm sorry. It's your oppressive, horrible government.
Apparently it's all Europe too.
It's all Europe.
Yeah.
Oh my God. My channel is under attack by Europe. The fuck? Hey, by the way, Europeans, huge percentage of my channel. So thank you. Especially you guys in the UK. To the point where my partner manager go, that's really high percentage. I'm like, they fucking love me. What can I say? No, I'm just kidding. Probably Doctor Who videos. But yep. Sorry, UK. All right, let's go. Let's go to some new questions. Then we'll get some. We'll mix them up. Ask me anything. Random logo for 2 British pounds says Gary. It's an acronym. Gay aging remarkably youthfully. Well, yeah. I was going to say something. I don't want it to get clipped. Oh, I know how to say it. as says, as says, sucking dick keeps you young. Sucking all that dick. You know, I know what you're thinking. You're like, why didn't he use Jeremy? I'm like, it's so on the nose now. Got to mix it up a little bit. Matthew Hammond for $2 says, happy birthday. Thank you. May you enjoy Stargate this year. Matthew, we are so close to me starting Stargate. I've kind of caught up on everything and we're in this dead zone and I need to do some member streams of some kind. And I'm like, you know what? You even brought it up, dude. Maybe I should just do a watch through and then like occasionally do a member stream on like a few episodes. I can't do it every episode, but like I watch through like 6 episodes and we do a little chit chat about Stargate. I think 5 people might be interested in it, Matthew, but let's do it. This is my first viewing of Stargate. Now, like I was way behind on Babylon 5 too. I didn't watch it for the first time until like 2020? Because I was such a DS9 snob. I'm like, fuck that fucking show. It ripped off DS9 and blah, 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 blah. So I finally watched it and I fucking love it. I love it just as much as DS9. Frank Casamento has gifted 20 Nerdrotic Live memberships. Thank you. WG for 20 says, happy birthday, you old timer. I am Lawrence Taylor's number. 56. That's why I get a kick when people go, aren't you like, you're sitting in front of a bunch of dolls and toys and stuff, and you're complaining about movies in your 40s? And I'm like, thanks. Legalize adulthood for $100. What's up, brother? Gary, sent you a birthday present via Amazon, arriving 8/27 through 9/7. Dropped a note by email to you about it, but maybe you haven't seen it yet. Happy birthday. When did you drop the email? I can look at it during the show. Hang on. Oh, that reminds me. I got a birthday present I'm supposed to show on stream today. I'll have my son go get it. Resend it real quick if you can, and I'll go look at it again. I'm sure I saw it. I don't know how long my email's a fucking mess. My wife does a great job, but my ADHD, see, fucking emails, I've never been good with it. I got in a lot of trouble at Technicolor for doing this thing of going to talk to. I used to get in trouble because I wouldn't answer emails because I would just go to the person and we'd talk. So they'd ask me a question. I'd run to their little cubicle and we'd go, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then the boss would come back, X-ray girl, and say, you didn't respond to the email, but I responded to the person, but it's part of the chain. So I'm like,
I found it. It was from Friday, 3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is it? Oh, you did?
Yeah. Just search legalize up in the search bar and it'll come up. Title, happy birthday, you old fart.
Oh, okay. There it is. I'm going to dox you now. I'm going to say, tell everybody your name. No, I'm not. Okay. Got the email. I've read it. Thanks, buddy. I wasn't sure if there was something you want me to say or something, but he did not. I am an old fart, a proud old fart. It's great being old. Dude, it is awesome. People are like, oh, I'm gonna go old and gray. It's like, who gives a fuck? You know how fun it is watching young people do stupid shit, the same stupid shit you did before, and then you don't have to say anything and you can just watch back and go, get your popcorn out. It's fucking great. Oh my God, roasting your kids all the time, making them do work. I live for this shit. Now I understand why my dad did it, because it's fun. Fucking, giving a shit about your lawn, like that is, it must be like just, I don't know if women, but this must be a dude thing. But like once you finally get to that thing of home ownership, or you just got your own place and you have your own lawn, it means so much to you. I check it every morning. I'm like, how my little green babies doing? Oh, look at them out there. They're so green and happy. I make sure it gets watered. I have a front fucking lawn. The most normal shit in the world makes me so happy. And you want to know why? Because I never thought I'd have one. It's fucking awesome. Happy birthday, you old gummer. Many more, brother. Thank you, Chancellor, for $19.99. Thank you. I got a couple more. I think, what do I got? X-Ray Girl, 10 more. Maybe 12. I was pretty hard on my body.
At least like 25 if you want to make it to the national average. Okay, fine.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if I've done enough penance to how much I did to my body before. Then we have Wayward Noodle for 20 says, happy birthday, dude. I was born in 71, so I feel your pain. Yeah, it's getting old sucks, but it's better than the alternative. As Han said, fast enough for you, old man. As Indiana Jones said, it's not the years, honey. It's the mileage. Noons has sent, oh my God, 50 Nerdrotic live memberships. Noons, my lady. Egypt sold out, right, X-Ray Girl? I'm just going to be asking you questions all the time now. Egypt sold out. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I cannot wait. And we have plans. We're going to have a lot of footage. So we're going to make videos in Peru. We will still make videos for Peru. I'm assigning somebody to that. I just have to collect all the footage, and we will have our Peru footage out, which is really good, by the way. Tons of like the guys and gals got a lot of good footage from Peru. I already miss Peru. B-Chain 315 for $10. Hail, Gary. Happy birthday. Thank you. You're only slightly older than my dad. And I'm older than your fucking dad. And he face planted yesterday on our 10-mile mountain bike ride and kept going. Old dudes get it done. Fuck yeah. Don't underestimate old man strength. We see that, just throughout history. Some things don't change. Old man strength. So you see some wiry old man, and you'll think, look at that skinny old fucker. He will beat the fuck out of you. And then smoke a pack of fucking Lucky Strikes afterwards. Seen it time and time again. Some jacked up young guy thinks he could fuck with some 65-year-old guy smoking a heat. And the guy just sends him home to mama every fucking time. Happy birthday, Gary. I hope you have a good one. I will, Aaron. Thank you. I'm already having a good one. Oh yeah, we have some news. Dr. Schlurpo for $1.99. Schlurpo. MSNBCS cuts off its peacock. It's now it still had one? No. It is now Miss Now. So MSNBC, which started out as correct me if I'm wrong, Microsoft National Broadcasting Corporation, right? Microsoft National Broadcasting Corporation is now losing the NBC. This tells me like at least Comcast is a serious company now. Like making the bold move of getting rid of a network that is the worst of all the networks that sound the same. I pointed this out in my Woke is Broke video. It is kind of funny that outside of Fox News, which is just controlled opposition, by the way, we like some people there, but most of it is bullshit. All the ABC News, CBS News, NBC News, MSNBC News, any of the cable news, they all fucking sound the same. They repeat the same talking points. All of our local news, people have made compilations over the years. They literally read you the same shit off their teleprompter that mostly comes from Reuters and AP, which are the official version of events dictated by the government. That has never changed. That has been the way forever. It's through the internet and independent news that we get sometimes some sketchy shit, some wild shit, some complete bullshit, but it's away from the narrative because you have been told a story. We have been told a story on the nightly news, on the weekly news for years since it started. It was figured out pretty quickly. Oh, we can control the masses with this. So we will start a story, a narrative. And that story is a lie. And it always has been. There are kernels of the truth. There are undeniable truths when there's a plane crash or there is a shooting and we see the bodies and the bodies are indeed dead bodies. Now, are we getting the truth about the shooter? Are we getting a truth about what caused this plane crash? Are we getting the truth about these terror cell that somehow always seems to go back to the CIA? Are we getting the truth? The answer is no. The answer is no. I stopped watching. I tell you the day I stopped watching broadcast. I used to watch it every morning, and I would like to tell myself, well, it's keeping me informed. I know a lot of it's bullshit, but it's keeping me informed. I was done. I talked about it on a stream. The Vegas shooter. And I saw the media get really excited because the excitement was palpable with all the media because they're like, oh, our ad money just went up and we're going to get bonuses and it's our fucking payday and we got something to talk about. And da. Meanwhile, dozens of people are dead on the Vegas streets. This is an unconscionable act. What the fuck was this guy about? Complete mystery to this day. All they wanted to talk about was the shock and horror, but they didn't want to question what the fuck. How did this guy get so many guns? How did he get there? How did he kill so many fucking people? And how do we not know a fucking thing about the guy? That was the day I'm done. Actually cut the cord right around that time too. And just was done. And now, you know where I get my fucking news? Jeremy Griggs, Tim Pool. I just go around and find people who are just independent, like Benny, Viva Frey, and I go to the other side too to hear what they're saying. I do. Jimmy Dore show. Love the Jimmy Dore show. Kerp's on the Jimmy Dore show. So I just get a sprinkling of all that. And then, you know what? I go to some dude or lady with 200 subs who are talking about it because they are far more credible than anybody I'm going to get from any fucking corporation. But they're not informed. No, credible. At least it's it's like an opinion from the heart. It's not beholden to anybody. Give me that any day. Give me the truth any day. Unfortunately, I mean, and this is just part of it too. In the right influencer sphere, they're there to be influencers. They're not about the cause, and that cause should be truth, authenticity, not the cause of influence. Happy birthday to a fellow August birthday. I turned 30 the other day, first birthday in a while where I felt older. Any advice? Buffy streams when? I think this, Mahler, I know you're out there, buddy. I think we're approaching a really good time to at least start. I'll get with Mahler. Mahler and I like need to Mahler plan shit. I mean, I really don't, but Mahler plan shit. So I'm going to respect his plan. And we do need to map this out because if we're going to do it, we want to do it right, which means clips at the ready, right? To refer to anything we can get to. This will have to be produced. And then we're going to make clips of the streams. And I think a lot of it's going to go on his channel. So, but I'm kind of fired up to do it around spooky season, at least get started. That would be tons of fun. So I just turned 30 the other day. 30. Okay. The first birthday you felt older. Let me tell you. 30 is the age of enlightenment. You are no longer a teenager with rent. 30 was fucking amazing. 30 for me was when shit started to click and go, oh, I think I can do this life thing now. Now I fucked up after that, but like 30 was great. I turned 30 around around the turn of the century, but I was having fun. I wasn't making I'm going to sound like a Talking Heads song. We're having fun with no money. You know, I didn't have a lot of money, but I was having a lot of fun. And the thing was, my expectations were so fucking low after prison. And that's what you got to do. You got to make attainable goals. So it's like, I was not looking at all these, like, look at his fancy car. My attitude was, I have a car. It's a piece of shit, but I have a car. I never thought I'd have a car. It's amazing. And the fucking stereo works. That's all I need. So it was not an attitude of want. It was an attitude of, I'm grateful for what I have. I've tried to keep that, you know. But 30 is amazing. I enjoy it. Right, guys? 20s suck. The 20s blew for me. I mean, they weren't like they weren't as bad as my teenage years, but like, yeah, the first part of my 20s, I'm like in prison, and then I get out and I'm dealing with like not being in prison anymore, and just trying to find something to like a marketable skill that was like my sole focus in life. Is like, I need to figure out how to do something so I can make money so I don't fucking starve. That, you know, aside from just robbing and stealing, which I did. Saw a video today of a young guy. I don't know how real it was, but it was a overweight kid, about 23. He was on a walk. He was like on a walk run, and he was sweating. I think it was dudes posting their wins. And basically he said like, hey, my mom's sick in the hospital. My girl left me this morning. I hit snooze on my 4 a.m. button because I was supposed to do a run. I'm like, you know, I'm 350 pounds. I'm 23. And you know what I did? On my lunch break, I went out for a run. And he goes, and it's going to fucking suck. I'm paraphrasing what he said. But that's pretty much after I relapsed and after I got out of prison, the relapse, I was more aware of it. But it was like, I know what I have to do, and it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck for a while, but it's gonna get so much better later. And you just focus on that, like, I'm going towards something. But we have to, there's just stuff we have to do. Like after a relapse and getting sober again and doing that 90 in 90 days, that was not fun. That was not fun, but I knew I had to do it. And it got so much better quicker. And it was like such a relief. But going into it, you just go, oh, it's going to blow, dude. But it was great seeing that video, like seeing him go get it. And I mean, the theme of it was basically, you know, there is no future in comfort. Comfort is something that we should strive for after we've done our work. It's a nice little side thing. But life is not about comfort. Life is about going and get it. I thought it was a great video. Great video from that kid. And to know that at 23, I didn't know that. Happy birthday, Gary, from Demi Moore's Tapeworm. What's up? Thanks. Happy birthday, Gary. Hope you have a great day. Did you watch Dexter? Not yet. I'm actually going to wait to watch it with Mrs. Nerdrotic. And plus I got to rewatch some Dexter to get caught up. And have you seen Original Sin? Both are really good. I have not seen Original Sin. I hated how Dexter ended and I was fucking done with it, but apparently they fixed it. So that is good. Happy birthday, Gary. Leos unite. Mine was the 8th. Hell yeah. Moto Geeked. And Psychotic Mongoose says, happy birthday, Gary. Hope you have a great day. Cheers, brother. I'm having a great day. I'm talking to you guys. Price of Reason. Happy birthday, Gary. You look even more youthful than James Gunn is looking these days. Well, lying to a bunch of people all the time, probably pretty stressful. Right, X-Ray Girl? You don't have to come in. You just nod. I'll hear you. You nod. I'll hear you. All right, we're going to mix up the new and the old a little bit here. We'll do a couple more of these. Happy birthday, Gary. I'm guessing this year UK meetup is not happening. Probably a good thing. We would all get arrested. But what about Italy, Spain, Poland, and other countries? Could be fun and accessible. Devil's Messenger. Yeah, we are assessing the situation. Listen, we had, as you guys know, we had a death in the family in February, which rocked the entire family, like to its core. And we're still dealing with bits and bobs of that. And probably will be for the rest of the year. And I've talked about it. Like, we'll be dealing with that stuff for the rest of the year. And all I'll say, and this is something I will point my finger back at myself too. It's one finger at you and pointing 3 fingers at me. Make a trust. Make a trust for your kids, for if something happens, make a trust. That's what my dad used to do. My dad used to make those. Nick XH8 for 5 British pounds, proper money. Happy birthday, Gary. Hope you have an awesome day. Cheers. Thank you. Having a great day. Thanks to you guys. Chad Admiral says Alien 79 is the best for me because of the Queen. Happy birthday, Gary. You are like my cultural dad, along with Joe Rogan. Jordan, P1 learned gratitude from you. Also, your sphere has radicalized me to get a blue Yeti. Yes. And put my first video out on Severance Season 2. Do it. I started out with the blue Yeti. How many content creators started out with the blue Yeti? The big old ball. The ball. I did. And then I got, it was, I can't remember. I kept it for sentimental reasons. I've kept my first mic, both of my first mics. I'm a sentimental guy. What can I say? It was like a USB mic that looked like the EV mic. And then I graduated. And this was on a whim. These little things, these LCT 240 Pros, they're really good. They're made by the Shore Company. Garrett got them. And they're cheaper. They're much cheaper. And they are just as good as Shure. Syndex says, happy birthday, Gary. Sent you a text message. Do I really want to see this? It's not a dick pic, is it? Ah, cool. Oh, look at Kerp. See, Kerp sends me another wall of text. I got to read. Kerp, I love you, brother. And Eric says it's the UK and most of Europe. That is so weird. So there must be some. So it's probably what do you think? It's the age verification being rolled out in the UK and Europe, or was that done already, guys? That's weird. I can't say that's not happened before. YouTube's been down in like other regions before. Not UK only, Europe. So just Europe. So you think it's some EU thing? Maybe it's some EU thing. Happy birthday, Gary. Can't wait to meet you and the gang. Not long until Egypt. Noons. Thank you for the $74.99 Arab Emirate pesos. Can't wait to meet you. It's gonna be lots of fun. I will be miserable on the plane, but I'll be super happy once I get there. And just it's gonna be so much fun. I'll try not to think about like being in Egypt, but I hear it's cool. The tourists, I hear they're fine. And I've been to Mexico and very bad parts of Mexico. So Matthew Hammond for $3. This is we're going to the square up bit, so we're gonna flip back and forth. Also, try to keep an eye on the chat as much as I can. And yeah, just chilling today. If any news comes up, I'm sure I'll find out about it. It's kind of Weapons still killing it at the box office as it should. I think its drop was 40%. What was its second week drop? It's in some insane amount. Here in America, it's 40%. The word of mouth is great. It's got no competition, so this thing is going to make its money back. It was definitely one of my favorite movies of the year, and quite frankly, a shitty year. That's another thing people need to think about with Superman. It's like this has been the worst year of movies so far. It's been shit. So Warner Brothers has done well with Sinners and Weapons, really well, and that's probably the direction you should go. My opinion. Also, F1 is fantastic. If you haven't seen it in IMAX, go see it. But the best thing I've seen this year, Mobland. What is Ryan's personal hell? It is having to wait an incredibly long time to have his food ordered wrong, or people talk on their phones constantly in the movie. Yeah. Hang on. Let's see if I can. I think I have. Hang on. This is going to get clipped, but fuck it. Who cares? Let's see if I can find it, X-Ray Girl. How do I search this? Yeah, it's long. But I have some exclusive footage. I have some exclusive footage of Ryan's experience in the movie theater. Because as you may or may not know, we've made Ryan see a couple movies over the last couple weeks, and he's had some bad experiences. But I have some exclusive footage of it. If you want to see it, you guys want to see it?
Lord, I'm having a heart attack. This is some scary. Oh, I am scared.
Excuse me?
I think I paid my money like everybody else up in here. That ain't no man. That's a real hair right there. Mind. I know you better get out of my face. Out of my face. Out of my face. This is all me up in here. You handle that.
You shut the up.
That was Ryan.
This movie is good. Hey, baby. You came back just in time.
That was Ryan's experience in the movie theater. Thoughts and prayers for Ryan. Thoughts and prayers. We were watching a scary movie and saw that scene. I'm like, it's fucking Ryan. So he told the story like last week. He's watching Nobody 2. The first one was Weapons, then Nobody 2, and I guess the chick got on her phone. So later on in that scene, I can't show the whole one. She gets on her phone, and then everybody fucking kills her, and she gets Caesared in the theater. And I'm just like, Ryan needs to watch this for therapeutic reasons. Jesus Davila for $10 says sent 2 Nerdrotic gift memberships. Thank you. Jesus. TJ Jordan for $5. I hear unions want to take over YouTube next, but I'm hoping they go the route of the Undertaker's rest in peace fate instead. Yeah, I put up a tweet. I just, it's not about my tweet at all. It's about the article that it's about. Oh my God. Hello, birthday things. Hello. Eric over at Forbes disagree. And I was, by the way, Eric at Forbes is like one of the good media writers out there. I actually like that dude and his takes, and I think he's authentic. We don't agree on everything, but I think he's a real one. So hail to him. Doesn't agree with me on this, which is fine. I don't care. We don't have to agree on everything, but I will just state. How did those strikes work out for you? Disney's Marvel. I love how they're calling it Disney's Marvel now. If they drop the S and just call it Disney Marvel, then they're there. But it's Disney's Marvel. I'm glad this is being put out there. They should also call it Disney's Star Wars, because George Lucas's Star Wars is dead, and Jack Kirby and Stan Lee and John Byrne and everybody's Marvel died in 2009. These are no longer the things we grew up and loved. So I'm glad they did that. Washington Street Journal, which is a fucking rag piece of shit. Disney Marvel abandons Georgia, taking livelihoods with it. Now, I had heard this from many people. I've heard it from Chris too. Tax incentives lured studios to help build the Hollywood of the South. Now they're going overseas for cheaper labor costs. And guess what, UK? This is going to happen to you next. Because remember when everything was shot in the Carolinas? Remember when everything was shot in Australia? Remember when everything was shot in Texas for a little while? Yeah, they wait for the best tax incentive. They build a bunch of infrastructure, and then they completely abandon it. Now, the reason they do this, and the reason they're going to start doing this, South Africa is a place they're trying to make happen. I wouldn't, but they're trying to make that happen too. But you're going to see them go to more foreign territories because of the, say it with me, unions. That's right, the unions, kids. It's the unions, and it's the states, it's the state of California and the unions, but the unions make it difficult in Atlanta, Georgia. They make it difficult everywhere because that you're under the union. You can't work in Hollywood without joining a union. You can't. So you have the Film Actors Guild and the Writers Guild of America. Now, Eric said he's pro-labor on this one. I wouldn't word it like that. I mean, he could be pro-labor. A lot of people I've talked to are very pro-union. I am a very anti-union person, and I'll tell you why. Collectivism is communism. Collectivism is just asking for another boss. It's also letting the mob rule your individual life. And unions, for the most part, have not done that much good lately, particularly in Hollywood, specifically in Hollywood. Now, I can't speak to like a welders union or an underwater welders union where you actually work a actual dangerous job. I can't speak to that. But as far as entertainment unions are a joke, they're a leech, they're a parasite, and they prevent creative things from happening, just like the overregulation of the state, just the way it is. It's a second boss. You have more people telling you what to do. So I would say I support the individual worker. I support the individual worker who has the power to decide things for himself, because you're essentially a contractor. Most of y'all in Hollywood are contractors. There are some employees, but most of you, contractors. Vast majority, which means you can kind of be your own boss. You can set up your own all this kind of fun stuff, but you still have to answer to people. And that independent contractor wants to find this false sense of security in the union with benefits or other things that I don't know really benefit you. I will give you an example. During COVID, you were being prevented from work unless you took an experimental shot that is now known to have been dangerous. Your union should have stood up for you, and it didn't. But after shutting down your industry because of COVID, you decided to shut your industry down for a second time because you were under the impression from your second boss, the union, that Hollywood was making money hand over fist with streaming, when in truth, they were losing hundreds of millions and billions of dollars on it. So you're stupid for not recognizing that, when a dumbass like me, who's been kicked out of 3 high schools, could. And you thought you were striking. You thought, listen, I understand the union's like, we need to strike when we have the best advantage. And they really need Hollywood to pick up because they just closed. So we're going to threaten to shut it down again. And there's no way they're going to fall for it because they're making so much money with the streaming services. And you walked right into the producer's trap. They laid the trap and you walked right fucking into it. And then they actually made you feel like you won. We got a great deal. We fought AI and the man and fuck Bob Iger and all those producers. We got more money for fewer people. What's the unions? What are unions supposed to do? Protect jobs. Well, part of that is gatekeeping. A lot of that is gatekeeping. But your whole existence is to protect workers. And now you have fewer workers to protect. So now you're looking for more. So now you're looking for more. And the reason you're looking for more is because you have overregulated your industry to death to where now the best talent doesn't even want to fucking go there anymore. And there's only so much talent in the world, and that's breaking off. And now it's doing shit on their own. And now you want to go infect that. And you know what? Some dumb fucks will buy into it. We'll buy into it. But this is the content creator sphere is going to get corporatized. It's going to it already has, but it's going to get corporatized and overregulated and all this other shit. But we're still, believe it or not, in a not as much as 10 years ago, semi Wild West period before agents poison this and corporatism poison it and union. It's the cycle of life. But I don't think you're going to make it in content creation. For one, who are you going to go for? Who are you going to get? Mr. Beast is corporate. Sorry, drivel. It's corporate drivel. So, I mean, his big old booth at fucking Comic-Con and that smile that doesn't reach his eyes. I don't trust him, man. I don't trust him. But yeah, so the unions went on strike at the worst time possible, walked right into the studio and the producer's trap, and then they walked away thinking they fucking won, and all the productions are leaving and have been for years and years. They already have been. Gavin Newsom, their daddy, hasn't done shit to really help them. And they stopped crying for a little while because they stacked July at the box office and there was something going on. Not super successful, but there was at least something. They were generating dollars. Now you're going to hear this conversation crop up again over the next 2 months when there ain't a lot of money coming in. You're going to start hearing I've been out of work for 21. It's going to start happening. I predict in about 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to talk about the shrinkage in Hollywood and what a problem it is. They're really good at sticking their hand in the sand when there's some dollars coming in at the box office, but they still need it and they don't know what to do. And part of it is actually creating stuff people will want to watch, but why would you want to bother with that? Jackson Cagle, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. Captain Palsy, this is from Friday. It says, happy birthday, old man. Thank you, Captain Palsy. Last Crusade rocks. Semper Fi, Ryan. Semper Fi. We love Last Crusade. It's not better than Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's just not. Raiders of the Lost Ark is it's like Alien to Aliens, right? Love Aliens. Aliens is better than most movies. Last Crusade is better than most movies, but Aliens is not better than Alien. And Crusade is not better than Raiders of the Lost Ark. Those are just objective truths. You may like one more, but it's not better. Check out Doro Head Doro, the post-apocalyptic Pulp Fiction. Oh, okay. Demon Slayer about to win 2025. Watch it, Gary and Ryan. I'll check out. You know what? I'll try Demon Slayer. I will give Demon Slayer a shot. I ain't fucking trying. I already tried K-pop Demon Hunter, whatever the hell it is. I tried. I also, X-Ray Girl can attest to this. I tried Dan, whatever it is, and not for me. I'd probably, if I was forced to watch one, I'd probably do Dan, whatever the fuck it's called. You're all toxic in the Bay Area, no surprise, says Ken McCombs. Well, I was in the Bay Area. I am no longer in the Bay Area. The Dead Man for $4.99. Gary, please watch JRE with Anna Paulina Luna for Forbidden Frontier. We discussed it last night. Might not be the conversation you wanted to hear, but it's got to keep it real. She's hot. She didn't tell us shit. We've heard this stuff for since 2017, so it's going on 8 years. We've heard the same thing. Interdimensional beings. We've seen pictures. We've seen all this stuff. There is proof of aliens that we have been reversing engineering technology. These are all things I have known for decades. Sure, it's great to hear a government official finally say, oh, we're doing this stuff. Okay, can we see some? No. Well, then it's just words. And as I said last night, it was exciting to hear in 2017. It was exciting to hear from Fravor, who I think is a really legit dude. It was exciting to see the Tic Tac, although I had seen that footage before, and anybody who's been following any UFO shit had seen it before. Prior to it had been out since 2007, by the way. And interdimensional beings and all this stuff. Yeah. We need to see some proof and not just a redacted file. I need to see a piece of technology or I don't think anybody would believe it. Even if there was an archive government photo of an alien from Roswell that they had, that's legit. Even if they brought out the legit photo, half to most of the country wouldn't believe it because it's coming from the government. And you can't blame the people for thinking that. You can't. I think disclosure will have to come in some event where it is like the Phoenix Lights, but it's done now. Where it's got to be thousands of witnesses from different angles with their phones, getting a bunch of footage that you can triangulate and all that. We need a Phoenix Lights now. So the Phoenix Lights is a big UFO going over a big fucking city with thousands and thousands of witnesses. That's the only way we get some corner. And I mean disclosure where more people will believe that that we're being watched. Oh, it's just us. It ain't just us. It's not just us. No, some of this technology is like so way. Now, our technology is minimum 20 years ahead from what we know for sure. Not denying that. And we've probably cracked a lot of stuff that we haven't put into application because we can't monetize it. It's too dangerous to get into the court. It would literally once we started making it, our enemies would start making it, and that would be really fucking dangerous. I mean, the control over gravity would be really fucking dangerous. Really dangerous shit. Yeah. Anna Paulina Luna, super hot though. Nothing new. Heard nothing new. GDV A819 for $5. Gary, for fuck's sake, Tim Pool lives in and was complaining about West Virginia, not Virginia. They are two different states. No, they're not. What was I talking about? Did I get him? No, I know he lives in West Virginia. Oh, was his comp? Oh, I meant to say West Virginia. Yeah, I just messed up. I know they're two. I actually know they're two different states. Tim Pool was talking about. It was. God, this is long. So it's the change in California recently. I was talking about how the content creator economy and its payment will not get fucked up by YouTube. It won't even get fucked up by the federal government. It will not get fucked up by the EU before it gets fucked up by the state of California, where a lot of these places are based. The state of California has been trying to get to the gig and creator economy to overtax it forever. And they kind of did that with contract workers because it's really expensive to do shit in California. So my wife, when she ran her salon, she hired contract workers. So they basically changed the rules to where they turned into employees. So we had to make everybody employees in California, which fucked everybody's tax reason. And guess what? It cost a lot of people their jobs because they're like, I can't keep you as an employee, so you're gone. So to protect jobs, they cost job because the state couldn't get their fucking hands in to withhold your taxes and to take your fucking money. The state doesn't care about fucking workers. The state doesn't care about you. They need to keep the cash flowing. We all know this. All right. So they were going to do this in West Virginia, and Tim Pool was complaining about it, and he has absolutely right to complain. Every right to complain because it's fucked up. And if they start that shit in Texas, we should vote out anybody who fucking starts that stuff. You should be allowed the freedom of work and decide, do I want to be an employee or a contractor? You know, it's a free country. There's problems with both. The employee, you get more security, but they're withholding your cash from you. When you're a contractor, you have to save your own fucking money, be an adult, and have that money ready for the thief tax man when it's ready. I hate paying taxes. You hate paying taxes, but we have to, or we go to fucking jail. What choice do we have? So, but you have to have the discipline and the wherewithal to save your money, kick it to the side, because the tax man's going to come. You know, and then you do smart things like you become an LLC, and that way you pay yourself, so you're not, you know, you're reducing your income and you're reducing your taxable income, blah, 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 blah. You know the drill. But Tim Pool was right. I was wrong when I said Virginia. It was West Virginia, which is a pretty base state. So for them to do that, it's kind of fucking weird. And that's what he was pointing out. But eventually California will come for, because we're not, YouTubers are not employees of Google. We are not employees of YouTube. We're not. We get like 1099s, I think, right? So, Mr. Tompus for $2 says, kind of late, but the fuck did they do to Alan Scott? Oh, they made him gay. Enterprise refit for the AR, the goat. The D is fat, ungangly duck. Richard, you're right. I like the Enterprise D, but it is not in the same realm at all as the constitutional class refit. Stop with your nonsense. David's Ark for $10 says, hey, Gary, has there been an iteration of Miles Morales where Peter Parker wasn't dead or an incompetent fool? Got this feeling that they are slowing down to replace him with the diverse option. Well, that's why he was created. It was for rights issues, and he was specifically created to make a diverse Latino and Black Spider-Man. So you can kind of, check two boxes at once. But that's why he was created. I was just talking about it to my son. It was a popular concept and idea, and it totally could have worked if you, A, didn't call him Spider-Man, keep his costume. I liked his original costume quite a bit. And you made him a sidekick. Spider-Man's never had a real sidekick. And that will be that is endless storytelling opportunity. Endless. You give him a different name, and that way he's a sidekick for a little while. Then he goes out on his own like Nightwing and becomes his own man. And then that way you have new stories for Spider-Man, and then you have other opportunities for stories. But instead, you just imprinted Black Spider-Man, and it didn't really work. So you gave him more goofy powers, and then you've been trying to force him on everybody. And honestly, he's going to work better in games because he doesn't really have, it's like Blade working in movies. There's no like real canon for Blade, like no solid, like he wasn't in that many comics. So Miles is a blank slate. So he's easier to make in games and movies, but he's there to replace Spider-Man. Is there any Spider-Man story where he's not a cuck or an idiot? I think Spider-Men, the first time they crossed over, pretty well received. I found I have a long box of the first appearance of Miles Morales, by the way. A long box. Because I figured, well, shit, this will be popular. And I bought a fucking shit ton. And I made my money back like long over. And then I had this long box that I was going to save to mark up later and completely forgot about it. And it's still in a storage facility in San Francisco. But I have a long box of the first appearance of Miles Morales. So in Ultimates was kind of going downhill anyway. Killing Spider-Man made news, but it was Ultimate Spider-Man, so whatever. Ultimate Spider-Man was a good book, and it was quite frankly outselling and amazing for a while. But I found his stories, even in the beginning, to be flat and just inconsequential. Just like the nicest thing I could say is they were meh. But people like the idea of Miles Morales. And listen, Miles Morales is Miles Morales. They love the idea of him, but the man, he has no identity of his own. He had to get white man hand-me-downs. But, well, you know, when Miles Morales is around for 50, 60 years and he has an uncanceled comic book run that runs for that amount of time and has seminal stories like Kraven's Last Hunt or the death of Gwen Stacy or introducing the Punisher or like even the fucking Clone Saga, then come and talk to me. But until then, he's just one of the many knockoffs and not even the best one. Not even the best one. Ben Reilly, Spider-Man 2099. Better. Shit, Spider-Girl. Spider-Girl is better. Eric K for $2. Enterprise NX-01 refit is the best looking ship. Stop spoiling the plot, says Elmo's Bro Island. I can't remember what plot we were spoiling. What annoys me in the cinema, people with smartwatches with notifications turned on. It's like a flashlight every 5 minutes. Yeah. I mean, smartwatches. Okay. I don't wear watches. I mean, that's why you're going to go, well, you're always late. Of course you don't. It's like, no, I've just never worn them. Because I have a couple of cool ones. I have a gyro, like Superman watch, really expensive one, but I just don't wear it. I kind of like the little gadgety watches. I think those are cool. Be something I think about. But yeah, like the light popping on is fucking annoying. It's annoying. So I heard that at the end, Wendy will learn how to communicate with the alien. They've already set that up, and I talked about it in my review. So Wendy, an alien with her synthetic mind, can somehow psychically communicate with the alien. So we're going to get a conversation with the alien, and the alien's going to go, me innocent alien, you attack us first, which they set up with the scorpion scene. There's a scene with the scorpion where Timothy Oliphant goes, hey, it's a scorpion. She goes, why didn't you kill it? Well, we could kill it, but what about its friend that's going to come and get us because we're killing its friend? Oh, they are setting up that the aliens might not be. Stop giving us backgrounds on the alien. I don't want to know where it comes from. I like the alien being some unstoppable demon from the void of hell. Like, that's all I need to know. Remember in Rings of Power when they tried to make the orcs sympathetic and everybody laughed at it, as they should? Yeah, fucking don't. I haven't been here for a while and was so happy to hear you guys describe such a weird and awful show. Epic. Great panel, always. Thanks. It's Alien Earth is bad on its kind of a unique level. That's why I made a video. So can I make a Christian coded show? You can. Actually, Angel, that's what Angel does. So Angel Studios is not overtly Christian. They certainly do movies of faith. Some of the movies, but not all, will have faith stuff themed, but they, as they say, they code it. It's not like in your face. Like Sketch isn't like that at all. Sketch has a really good message in it, but it's not like that at all. But yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I'm not even a Christian, and that stuff doesn't bother me at all. At all. I mean, I like Tolkien. Dude was Catholic as hell. The Dead Man for $4.99. Gary, I'm asking you to watch Strange New Worlds, episode 3, season 3, episode 6. They made an actual episode on Star Trek. All right, I'll check it out. I poke in once in a while. I haven't seen that, but we'll see. You mean they're not singing, or Spock isn't crying or being emotional? Warwick Dorner for £2 British. Apart from the obvious, who's the odd one out? I can't remember what that was from. Sorry. Gamer Gramps for $10. Alien Earth producers. Oh, you don't like our skinny brunette chick fighting aliens? Want something different? Here, have a fat black female. How do you like that? Well, we already had a black female fighting aliens, but she wasn't fat. Corey Wilson for $10. They should have made it like Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles, alternate sequel to the aliens, Ripley, Newt, and Hicks fighting xenomorphs on Earth. Why is everything a prequel? That's exactly what Alien Earth War is, Corey. So if you haven't read that, read it. But that's exactly what Alien Earth War is. That's why I'm like, okay, maybe they're riffing on that. I didn't expect to see Ripley. But when I heard it's a prequel, I'm like, God fucking A. Kaloth for $2. Alien summed up easy. Do not touch alien eggs. Kill it with fire. That's pretty much it. Person of interest fiction is becoming nonfiction. You're right. Person of it, talking about pre-crime. Person of interest. Good show. I've heard folks are bypassing the face scans with pictures of Starmer in the UK. That'd be funny. That'd be funny. It's like, everybody looks alike. Here is coffee and Chinese tea for you. Thank you, Waldau, for the 10 euros. I appreciate it. Lord of the Rings is on Steam, by the way. Really? Unironically, think even Gary could manage this one. I'd love to hear his opinion on it. I'll check it out. I have some of the stuff on Steam. I have some of the Lord of the Rings games. I like my PS3 games. Still no Captain Hydra movie because they're chickens. Oh, they're going to put Captain Hydra in it in Doomsday. They will. Who says Cap A watches shit happen? TT creates alternative realities that you can't affect the main timeline. He could easily have fixed shit before coming back. Oh, Captain America. Could he, though? I mean, I guess with the Stones, sure. Oh, we were talking about the rumor of the Stones creating incursions and Cap going back. But you're saying like, because we're talking about Cap going back, being with Peggy Carter and sitting back and watching history happen, and Cap could fix stuff with the Stones, but he didn't. And the Stones were gone after that. So no, he didn't. And Cap would never do that. I've said that since day one. That is 100% against everything about his character. Captain America is part of the greatest generation. There is no way he'd sit back and watch even a simple mugging. You're Harrian of High. You're absolutely right. Just re-release Infinity War. Give me my Infinity Gauntlet popcorn bucket and fuck off, Disney. There you go, Buster Nut Smash. I bet Dr. Doom wipes out all of the Fox X-Men. Yes, it's basically he's going to be killing them all. These weebos. Nerds Gold for $10. Cap was in an alternative reality. We don't know if JFK was shot or if the Twin Towers were attacked in that timeline. It wasn't our timeline. Well, it's not technically our timeline, but Marvel's the world outside your window. And they're in New York, and you could see those. You could see the tower that used to be the Twin Towers. Henry Cavill is Green Arrow. Hell, that'd be fine. I mean, he doesn't really fit the part because he ain't blonde. Green Arrow is not like super hulking. If you wanted to have, aside from Batman, who would you have Henry Cavill play in DC? Wildcat? Who would you have him play in DC? Put him in the Justice Society. That's Superman. That's good. Gary, do you have a channel where you recommend talk comics? Also, thoughts on Jeff Johns' JSA? Oh, I just brought up JSA, Mr. Thompson. I have a show where I talk comics quite a bit. It's called The Real BBC. The Real BBC. My thoughts on Jeff Johns' JSA, some of his best work. It is a fantastic run with some great Alex Ross covers mixed in. Absolutely wonderful series that from the mid 2000s that I highly, highly, highly recommend. I think Jeff Johns is a great comic book writer. I think he's terrible in Hollywood. He's not made for Hollywood. And that is clear by his lack of success in Hollywood. But he is one of the better comic book writers and really like amazing for DC. He's done some Marvel work. He did, he worked on the Avengers. Yes, he worked on the Avengers back in the day. But no, Jeff Johns is excellent. And JSA is fantastic. Love it. The Real Sigmonition for 50 Norwegian krona. Thank you. Maybe nothing to do with tonight's topics, but play Lord of the Rings, War in the North. Happens alongside the books, but you explore places not seen in the movies. All right. Gonna play it. It's on Steam now. You know, part of the reason, like, I would fire up a video game and play it like in my leisure time, but I always feel like I need to be doing something. So that I have a little game room downstairs. It's got my pinball, my Spider-Man pinball, and then it's got it's a refurb. It's my cabinet from my shop. It used to work, and then it finally died on this move. I have the Spider-Man game, the Sega Spider-Man game. So I have the case, and we're still in the process of refurbishing. We can't get the controllers to work, but it like at least turns on now. And then I have my one-ups. You know, I got the X-Men, got Star Wars, and fucking Pac-Man or something like that. I play Galaga all the time. That's what I play. I play Galaga. Hail all. Have you guys ever read the Dresden File books? I have. I love them. The show sucked. It is about wizard detective in Chicago. Yeah, they need to bring it back. And the books are read by Spike on Audible. Hardy Boys and the Phantom of the Film Actors Guild for $10 says, everyone keeps talking about Sydney Sweeney, but the world will truly be healing when a Muppets Schindler's List, a Chrissy Mayer production, is released. Ryan would go 10 times in a row. Yeah, maybe. It's a good idea. You can make that with AI now. Lando Van Halen for $5. It will be Batman Beyond time-wise by the time the new The Batman comes out. Hopefully they get Ace right. Yeah, hopefully. Nate Scott for $20 says, just got out of the theater from Nobody 2. It was really fun. Not as cool as the first one, but it's great to see Bob Odenkirk and Christopher Lloyd. It was. The script is terrible. The acting is terrible. It's tons of fun. It gets ruined a little bit at the end by some stupid girl boss shit, and Sharon Stone as a villain is just laughable. I still enjoyed the movie, but it is nowhere near as good as the first. Like, not even close. Christian Johnson for $10. First time, long time. Gary, when's the audiobook? Also, the 90s Lois and Clark premiere episode is the second best Superman movie I've ever seen. Why has HBO pulled it from Max? Is it politics? You can get it on Blu-ray, I believe, right? I would just go ahead and get it. Let's see. Let's go. Let's take a look. Physical media, folks. This is why you go physical media. Lewis and Clark complete series Blu-ray. Is it on? Yeah, it's up. New Adventures complete series. It's $100. Woo. Dang. I got it on special at like Walmart. That's a lot, but you know what? It's a great show. And what is $100 now? I mean, it's a lot of money, but 2 streaming services, 30, 60 for about 3 months. Warmonger for $4.99. And like, man, hit those bargain racks, hit the thrift stores, hit those, like you maybe you'll find Lowe's and Clark in the thrift stores. That's what I do. Warmonger for $4.99. B-2 bomber fighter jets buzz Putin as he arrives for summit with Trump on the Ukraine war. Yeah, that was Trump whipping his dick out. God, people had a meltdown. Oh my God, he's talking to a leader. But like, it was totally cool when Jane Fonda went over and talked to the fucking VC. Fucking shut up, you fucking disingenuous legacy corporate fucking whores. Whores! You're fucking whores. God, I just disrespected whores. Whores, I'm sorry. Hookers, I'm sorry. You have an honest profession. Like, it's very transactional. It is like, I don't like you, but I'll take your money. I respect that. So I just disrespected whores and hookers. They're cock-gobbling demons. And now I just disrespected cock-gobbling demons. I'm sorry. Yeah, everybody's all upset about Trump meeting with Putin. But they'll go down and suck the cock of that Venezuelan commie. Hey, Gary, sorry if my name is giving you trouble to pronounce. Wigadin Briones? I thought X-Ray Girl will give you a shot. My friends call me Houdin. I don't even understand that. But that's not surprising. I have Kevin Feige and James Gunn fatigue. Kevin Feige? Sorry. I got to say it like Matt Walsh. I have Kevin Feige and James Gunn fatigue. Kevin Feige. I had James Gunn fatigue before fucking Superman came out. I have a suspicion that Hollywood hates money for the same reason I mean they have lore and the source material and fans make bank easily. I wish it was that simple. Again, success can hide a lot. And what happened and you can be fooled into thinking you're successful when you're swimming around in money. The problem is the money Hollywood was swimming around in post 2019 was from the best economy I've seen in my lifetime, the Trump economy from 2019, 18, 17. A lot of investment money because they were gearing up streaming. So there was a lot of investor money. But that money is not yours, studios. That is other people's money. That is investment. That is not profit. Now, Disney was profiting a lot more. They did have a lot of their own money. They did. But the other studios, to keep up, did not. So Paramount, Warner Brothers did not. And then there's USAID. There's USAIDs. You would be a conspiracy theorist if you said that USAIDs was propping up scripted entertainment, private companies. You would be a bigoted, fascist, white supremacist. I don't care if you're Mexican. I don't care if you're black. You're a fucking white supremacist. If you think for 1 second U.S. AIDS money went to prop up private businesses that were toting a certain party line and narrative, you would be crazy. That would be awful. It should get you banned. You're what makes free speech dangerous. If you start questioning that U.S. AIDS money was going towards private things, scripted entertainment, make believe, and propping up certain accounts on Twitter, propping up certain channels, you would be the worst kind of human being to say they're connected in somehow. And then, like, when it went away to connect the dots, and all of a sudden we start seeing things starting to fall. The dominoes, I'm throwing in too many metaphors here. The dominoes are starting to fall. You'd be crazy to point that out. And evil and crazy. You don't deserve to live. Super gun misfired, says Thunderstorm. It did. It did. It did. Very proud of my tile. Maybe that's what Europe had a problem with. Superman gunned down. Josh Lovett for 20. Gary, 2 years ago, I was getting married to my wife, and I chose to invite my father, who I hadn't spoken to in 3.5 years. And during our reunion, Friday Night Tights was spoken of by both of us. He's now grandpa to Leo. Oh, I love that story. And it was actually you inviting him to the wedding, but I'm going to choose to believe that Friday Night Tights reconciled you two. We're always bringing together. Hey, people are getting married who met in the chat, you know. I performed a fucking marriage this, not fucking part of it, but the marriage, this year in Vegas. Horror Amarada and Sheep. That was amazing. That was tons of fun. Sharp for $19.99. I'm so happy Marvel Rivals exist. I played nothing else since that game came out. The gameplay is addicting. The character redesigns and the lore written for the game is fantastic. And OFC, the voice acting, Armed and Dangerous. Everybody loves that game. That is cool. Fucking commies did something right. Marty for $4.99. I don't know if you saw, but watch the clip of Defoe getting pissed at Pedro Pascal touching his wife's face. Not cool. I've seen that. Yeah. Defoe had fucking fuck Pedro Pascal up. Just wait for the riff tracks of War of the Worlds. Oh, that's inevitable. Gavin McGinnis and Pedro narrates the universe experience now at the Hayden Planetarium. Gavin McGinnis. Natural History Museum. Wish Defoe went full Green Goblin. Oh, Gavin McGinnis said Pedro narrates the universe experience now that Hayden Planetarium / Natural History Museum. I don't understand all of that. Gavin's doing shows with Kumia. Mr. Smeagol for $19.94 and not whipping out his penis. It's probably a good idea. For 22 euros, this first time super chat. Hello, Chad. Hello, Chad. After Scotland, Costa Rica, England, New Zealand, Svalbard, Galapagos, and Madagascar, I'm going to travel to Australia soon. Looking forward to Kakadu, Uluru. Stay hopeful. Yeah, and be safe. Watch out for the fucking spiders. I'm acquiring Superman in 4K right now from Usenet. Well, there you go. Because it's on digital. And now massively, like, oh, it'll make a bunch of money. And it got pirated like immediately. They'll still make some money. And the reason it went to video on demand early is not because of Peacemaker, is because they needed it to make more money. But according to John Campea, Superman never needed to break even. And I'm glad so many people are starting to agree with John Campea, the box office genius, the film and art connoisseur genius, the media literate John Campea. Many people are starting to agree with them now. That's weird. It would, and I don't want to point out that there are other movies that have performed basically the same as far as if you go the base metrics of how the film performed based on percentages, like Thor: Love and Thunder, Wakanda Forever, Rise of Skywalker, films that people said were failures. Those people who said those films were failures, which I agree with, by the way, are saying Superman's a success. But it's essentially, if you even everything out based on the percentages, they all perform the same. So I don't know how one thing is a failure and one thing is a success, because it's the thing you're rooting for. Yeah. Streaming ain't easy, everybody. For some people. Gary should connect Drinker to the unsub crew. Maybe I already have, Derek. Maybe I already have. As don't go out or don't go or put the broken mug in the merch store. FNT is the only quality entertainment news with honesty and knowledge out there. Oh, you were all screwed. Our first comic book, Verily Fox, will hopefully be discussed here one day. Thank you all. Hopefully it is. Frenzy Fam Comics for $19.99. I said it last week, and I say it again this week. Grayson Perry should get a Best Supporting Actress Oscar for his powerful performance in Weapons. Remember Maverick 7's 7-month. Remember Maverick's 7-month theatrical run? Top Gun Mavericks. Yeah. It was a long theatrical run. And even like Super Mario Brothers, when it went to digital, it still did well. I don't know. Yeah, 7 months. 7 months isn't long. It's not long, but it's an eternity now. But yes, Top Gun Maverick was in the theaters for 7 months, and it just made bank. And then you know where else? And then it made bank on video on demand. And then it made bank in physical media sales. Very profitable movie. I remember the days when they would be in the theater for over a year. Sinners is at Walmart already. Wasn't it good though? It's I liked it. It's 7 out of 10. Little German lesson here. Feige noun means fig, and feige adjective means cowardly. Oh, there you go. VARN. It's an acronym, VARN, for 5 euros, actually 10 euros. I know it has nothing to do with Alien, but if you want a good series, I do suggest you watch Freren, Beyond Journey's End, a much better show. Is it anime? Is it anime? Is that anime, X-Ray Girl? Freren. I always get these things like, go see the show. Yes. And it's a cartoon. So, just my point of view. Simply my point of view. Might rub people the wrong way. I don't mean to. It's manga and anime. It's like, how do I put this lightly? I don't put animated shows on the same level as live action shows, as far as like, if I'm going to dive into it. I like animation and anime when it's really fucking good. I don't I don't have time for it when it's just average. Like where I'll watch a like above average live action show, I won't be bothered with them. Does that make sense? I don't put as much legitimacy in it, even though the art that you can probably say that it's higher art because you're actually animated it. But I like some anime. I'm not a super big anime fan. I'll watch heavy metal all day fucking long. I'll watch it. But I hear like, hey, if you like this live action show, go check out this anime show. It's like, they are not the same. They are not the same. They're not the same to me. Maybe because I'm an old fucking man now. That's the way it is. I have an anime section in my physical media. It's pretty big now. Some good shit. With some good shit. I like the older stuff, to be honest with you. I think the older stuff's really fucking good. My favorite, everybody brings up Speed Racer, but yeah, Battleship Yamato, Star Blazers, dude. That was the shit. But I have been recommended that show before, and it by the way, if any of you are interested in an actually good TTRP system, I recommend Shadow Dark, a streamlined OSR system, 100 times better than the new D&D. Thank you, Varn. Appreciate you. Game Plus 17 for $5. Hail FNT. Gary, do you have the 2008 Wolverine, Old Man Wolverine comic? Bought for $30 at the shop in Hickory, North Carolina. That's good. I do. Old Man Wolverine, Mark Miller. Yes, I do. Multiple copies. Great fucking story, by the way. Dan spent 4 afternoons sitting on a plastic chair at the roadside to earn his money. Fourth throw down says $4.99. You're right. Black fatigue exists. Black fatigue exists because there has been this really forced and is this a word? Let me see if it's a word before I say it. I usually don't do this, but I think it's really fetishistic. So this really forced, fetishistic, fake bigotry of lowered expectations, black exceptionalism that's been pushed by woke white women and male feminists from Hollywood. And certainly some of it comes from the black community too. The types like Joy Reid who say white people didn't invent anything and everything was stolen from black people. And then she bases it on music, which, I mean, yeah, part of that is really fucking true. But yeah, we didn't yeah. Let's just go to Africa and see their effort structure compared to ours, compared to the West. But that being said, the danger, and I was speaking of these dangers very early on, and they know exactly. Listen, there's a lot of people who want this result, but the danger is you are othering white people so much that it became okay to commit violence against them, attack white people indiscriminately. You can justify hitting a woman because all you have to do is say that you heard the N-word somewhere. So it means, oh, it's okay. We almost beat her to death. She said the N-word. That's becoming what you hate. That's becoming what happened to you. And that was really where we were going until people started speaking up. And remember, only white people can be racist. Black people can't be racist. That's what some people truly fucking believe. When fact of the matter is, go travel. If you want to go see some legit racism, go travel abroad. Just travel. You know, we're this racist country, and other people pointed out, look at Tyler Perry's house. Go look at his house. Tell me it's a racist country. But no, it was what you were doing was fighting discrimination with discrimination. And that gets incredibly dangerous. Incredibly dangerous. And you know who pushed that? Hollywood, legacy corporate media, social media, our government. You know who's still pushing it? Hollywood, legacy corporate media, social media, our government. Places like PBS, they were pushing it. They were pushing fighting discrimination with discrimination. And it's incredibly fucking dangerous. Maybe you could have Right Said Fred play a gig on your UK meetup. Sargon will be happy to arrange that. Hell yeah. That'd be awesome. I owe Sargon one. I couldn't make it out to there. Like I definitely owe him one. Sargon's awesome, by the way. DG for $2. Thoughts on my name logo? Posting reviews soon. DG's good. I can't see your logo, but really work on a name and don't get super attached to it. Be willing to change it if it's not working. Mine barely works. Okay. I'll admit that. Like, because you always got to think about the lowest common denominator, right? I mean, in any kind of content creation, I don't want to offend anybody or anything, but you always got to think about, on averages, right? On averages. So, my lowest common denominator is usually Jeremy Griggs. He's from Alabama. He's illiterate. He still can't say the word nerdrotic. So that's where it's like, man, I think when I did the logo, I knew I had something. I'm like, and it's really basic. I'm like, what's the universal symbol of nerddom? It is a pair of broken glasses. That goes way back. The tape on the glass, like that is your nerd. That is your. So I'm going to just use that. Now I didn't think I'm like work of genius. I'm just like, oh, it works. And where I always got my color, from like when I designed the Comic Outpost logo, the blue is from the 80s Captain America costume. The marigold is from Captain Kirk's original uniform, and the red is from Superman's cape that I incorporated into the Comic Outpost stuff. So when I did the logo, that marigold is from Captain Kirk's original. That's what it's from. Also happens to be very close to the marigold that the Padres use, and they're yellow too, but it's marigold. Also, there's the term marigold. So I was very happy with that. Somebody spruced it up for me, and the same one we've been using is fine. But then I had Nerdrotic, which, again, we go back to that lowest common denominator of Jeremy Griggs, who can't say it. So I'm like, it's not a 10 out of 10 name because the lowest common denominator still can't pronounce it. And we had to train people. You don't want a name where you have to train people, right? Like even Geeks and Gamers, they couldn't put "and" in there. They had to put the plus, but like, I got it. You get it immediately. It's Geeks and Gamers. So yeah, we have Jeremy who says Nerdrotic. And it's like, I got lucky with that one. It was almost on the, it's tough to pronounce. It's a play on words. Is it erotic? Is it neurotic? And the answer is yes. But the story behind it was, I misheard. Sean Morgan was his name, a customer in my store. He was talking about something and he said neurotic, and I thought he said nerdrotic, and I'm like, nerdrotic, that's cool. So I went right to GoDaddy and I got the domain name and then sat on it for years until this happened. Mr. Big Morg, forehead, the Ryan Kittle story. There you go. Fate takes Ryan to where he is needed. Says fourth row down. Aryan for 40 Martian pesos. Gary, if xenomorphs invade in real life, will we survive? I mean, yes, because if they invaded, we'd use our guns. We wouldn't stand there and not use our guns. They are susceptible of getting shot to pieces by 50 calibers and like mini nukes and shit. I mean, a lot of us would die. But we'd have a window of opportunity. Now, if you let the invasion go on too long, then we're fucked. Tomorrow's YouTube essays. RK Outpost shows clear disdain at merely hearing a black woman speak. Unhinged radical rant. How is he not banned? I mean, actually, I asked that question myself, to be fair. John's gaming. Fear the Queerdo for $5. This Pride weekend here in Charlotte, the one positive is a lot of drunk liberal white women, put out. Hey, Gary, you and my mom share the same birthday. Awesome. Happy birthday to your mom. How much of the Superman cope is due to politics? Is it due to politics? Is it like the woke stuff? I think the Superman cope is 100%, not 100%, a large percentage resentment to the Snyder Bros. I think a lot of people have a resentment towards the Snyder Bros because they felt abused and the Snyder Bros were annoying. They were reply guys for everything. They were constant. Now there's a real easy way to avoid that stuff. Don't interact with it. Just don't interact with it. It's also DC fandom. That's what DC fandom is. It's far more passionate than Marvel. Always has been, always will. And then you're messing with Superman, right? And there was a lot of people who were annoyed by the Snyder Bros. And then there was a lot of people who were saying the Man of Steel was a piece of shit. It's a terrible movie, blah, 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 blah. And it's fucking, there's some piece of shit moments in it for sure. And that kept going and going and going and going. And then we have James Gunn's Superman. It's like, oh, we're going to be a response to that. We're going to be so much better. And it wasn't. It just wasn't. And now they're just at each other's throats. But the strange thing is the Gunn. I mean, that there's people who root for Gunn as much as Snyder. When let's look at their bodies of work. Snyder has definitely done worse than Gunn with Rebel Moon. He's done worse. He's got a couple of movies that are really good though. Gunn just made his first like really bad movie in my opinion. But Gunn also got canceled because tweets resurfaced of him joking about playground enthusiasts. Also was very open about fucking have a disdain for MAGA. And I see MAGA people defending him and trying to like, and I'm not joking. It's not a lot, but there's people like there's secret based messages in here. It's like, bro, he fucking hates MAGA. He hates MAGA. He's just being a little more quiet about it, but there's plenty of shit where he was not quiet about it at all. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just fandom. A lot of carried over resentment towards Man of Steel. A lot of Man of Steel people owning Gunn for getting out there, being so arrogant and not beating Man of Steel. I mean, can you blame them? And I think this is going to go on for years. I don't think it's going to stop. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It's different. But if you want to talk about just the discourse part of it, not what the discourse is based on, but the discourse itself, it's reminding me a lot of Last Jedi. Because people were like, it was controversial. Then it quieted down. Then the DVD, then the Blu-ray came out. And it fucking sparked it all up again. Now, this just happened in a more compressed, more people are watching Superman now. And yeah. Because remember, James Gunn's Superman sold roughly the third of amount of tickets than Man of Steel sold. So Man of Steel sold about 82 million tickets. Superman's James Gunn only sold 32 million tickets. As an Epic mic appreciator, I am enjoying the consistent mic. There you go. To the group between the big screen, VHS, DVD, and any digital platforms, which movies do you prefer to watch in each format? I answered this one. I would rather watch what's not offered there is like my preference is to watch a 4K Blu-ray. And if anything, because like the video transfers often are not 4K, but the sound is much better. The sound is much better than streaming. I only watch DVD if I have to. It's my only option to watch 4DP, like Buffy. Digging the Mad Fro, friend. You look like Homer backing into the hedge. This is Flint Ironstrong. All right, we're going to get some new stuff. How you doing, X-Ray Girl? You all right? She must be doing okay.
Excellent. Sorry, my mic was pushed away.
You're coming through your camera mic anyway.
Mm.
I did watch Sinners. Somebody asked if I watched Sinners. Sinners is From Dusk Till Dawn redo. It's basically a movie saying, hey, black people invented the blues, which is a fact. I mean, that's just a fact. And I love the blues. It's some of my favorite music. It was set in a 1930s Mississippi, so there was a lot of racism. There's some KKK. But the vampire stuff, I liked. I liked the concept of the vampires. Like they were just evil, right? They weren't like gay. They were evil. But it was, Dusk Till Dawn is better. But I thought it was Coogler's best directing that he's ever done. It's like light years better than Black Panther. Like there's an actual style in there that you can see the artist part of Ryan Coogler, and I would encourage that he embrace the artist over the activist. I would highly encourage you embrace that because he does have some chops. Not that he gives a fuck what I think, and I don't care. But that's I think Weapons is better. Weapons is a better movie. It's more enjoyable. It's more fun. Like vampire movies, I did like. I admit that I like True Blood. True Blood was fun. Was a fun little show till the end where it sucked. But I did see Sinners. Weapons is better than Sinners. Yes, it is. Mike does not agree with me on that one, but it is. I like it more. I prefer to watch. I watched Sinners once. I'm like, that was cool. I'm probably not going to go back and watch it again. I'm not going to buy it on Blu-ray or anything. Weapons, I am getting in 4K the first fucking day it comes out. I'm going to go see it in the theater again. I can't wait to watch it on Halloween. Like that's what I feel about it. Yeah. Say Twilight. No. Oh, Gay Vampires Twilight. True Blood is the Vampire Diaries for adults. It is. But I watch Vampire Diaries too, because my wife was addicted to that show. So I watched it all. But I mean, like, I love Nosferatu because it's not about the vampires. Razorfist just recently pointed this out. It's about the hunter, the victims and the hunter. Like the vampires are bad guys. They're supposed to be bad guys. That's why I like Blade. That's why I like Van Helsing. Stupid movie. It's stupid, silly movie. But yeah. Blurg Flicka for 50 on the Streamlabs side. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thanks for bringing so many together. Well, you're welcome. We just kind of got together, didn't we? That's you guys who did that. Thank you, brother. Jesus Davila for 50. Thanks, brother. Jesus. My brother-in-law's name is Jesus. I call him Jeebus. It's funny about Jesus Davila, my brother-in-law. He's fucking based, by the way. He's absolutely based. He always gives me like the worst, most racist fucking Mexican jokes to say. It's so fucking funny. If you're out there, Jesus, hail brother, and you, Jesus, hail brother. Happy birthday, Sir Gary. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. John Gibson. It's all what like that should be easy, but I am retarded. John Gibson for $49.99. Happy birthday. And fuck Dean Spanos. Fuck the NFL. The NFL's never been the same since the Chargers left San Diego. That is your point in history. When did the NFL turn gay? When the San Diego Chargers, an original American Football League team, a team that really invented the offense that you see, variations of the offense you see were invented in San Diego. San Diego. Invented in San Diego. If it wasn't for the AFL, if it wasn't for the San Diego Chargers, you'd see the fucking option. You'd see, you know what? It'd be, sorry, Ryan. Everything would be Chicago Bears offense. Be boring as fuck. Boring as fuck. The forward pass started coming around, but it was the San Diego Chargers that Sid Gilman, fucking Hall of Famer Sid Gilman, and then Don Coryell. Then Don Coryell introduced that. You know the Rams. Remember when they were when they were good? When they were good. You know what? You know whose offense they were running? They were running Don Coryell's offense. Don Coryell's offense. Bill Walsh. That Bill Walsh guy. I'm going to flex some more. That Bill Walsh guy, genius, offensive genius. You know where he learned all that shit from? You know who he was an offensive coordinator for? San Diego Chargers. San Diego Chargers. Coach Gibbs from the Redskins. Joe Gibbs. Where did he come from? Won all those Super Bowls? Don Coryell, offensive coordinator. So the Chargers' best uniforms made the NFL sexy, and they dropped him in that cesspool pit of hell piece of shit, Los Angeles. Which, I mean, admittedly, to be fair to stupid fucking retarded Nepo baby Dean Spanos, who could turn billions into millions, San Diego's turned into Los Angeles South now. They voted in a bunch of gay Democrats, and the city is shit now. So, and like it was the jewel of California. People talk about San Francisco's beauty, and San Francisco, like the region, can be beautiful, but the actual city itself, half of it's dog shit. Half of it's fucking, well, it's people shit. But this is even before like it's dirty. It smells like fucking urine everywhere. San Diego was beautiful place. It started shitty, then it got better because a bunch of Republicans fixed it in the 80s and 90s. But then the Democrats took over, and now it's all fentanyl and shit everywhere. So good job. You took a beautiful city and turned it into shit with its gay woke mayor. So yeah, but NFL went gay when the Chargers left to LA. That even rhymes. That even fucking rhymes. It's my story. I'm sticking to it. Eric Coryell, baby. It was so fun to watch. No fucking defense. Fucking lost to the Raiders in the AFC Championship at home. God, that fucking still hurts to this day. Lost to the Oilers in a wild card game where Dan Pastorini was fucking injured. Earl Campbell could barely fucking walk, and we still lost. That fucking Patriots game. Oh, all the guy had to do after he intercepted the ball was hit the ground. Brady threw what, 4 interceptions that game? We were fucking dominating him. God, that one hurts too. The fucking Jets lost. Don't even get me started on that. Now they're your Chiefs doormats. The Chiefs are about to become a doormat. I think the luster is worn off the Chiefs. But I love Jim Harbaugh. I fucking love Jim Harbaugh so much. He's fucking based. I met him when we were season ticket holders for the Chargers. So we would go to these lunches because my dad had priority. He was actually a Los Angeles original when they started in LA. He was an original season ticket holder. So we got invited to lunches, and one of the lunches we sat down and got to eat lunch with Jim Harbaugh. It was fucking great when he was the quarterback. Remember that year he had with the Colts? That magical year where he looked like fucking Steve Young? And the Bears fans are like, where in the fuck was this? Where they damn near got in the fucking Super Bowl? The Colts? And this pre-Peyton Manning. This is the fucking pathetic Colts. Yeah, I used to like sports ball. Happy birthday. Picked up Spider-Man Hooky. Great comic. Thanks for all the great recommendations. Spider-Man Hooky is fun. I think you could probably pick. See, that's the cool thing. It's a Marvel graphic novel. It's been reprinted a bunch of times, so you can get it for cover price. You can get the first print for cover price. Bernie writes an art in a Spider-Man book. Unfucking believable. Great shit. Marvel graphic novel. Forgot what number it is. I've slept since then. There. Hang on, let me get it. They're all Davy Jones. Oh, the real Davy Jones.
So close. Oh, dang it.
I hate these fucking names. God damn it. The real Davy Jones for $20. It's not your name. It's the way that YouTube is setting him up. Happy birthday, old man, from an old man who's about 6 weeks behind you. You're never, well, you'll catch up when I'm dead. Could be any minute now. Could be any minute now. Thanks for the birthday present, X-Ray Girl, by the way. Adam James for $13.99 says, happy birthday, Gary. Just wanted to point out Alien Earth is clearly a trans allegory. The show is trying to make the moral argument to transition a child. 0 out of 10 show overall. Well, 0 out of 10. I'm with you on that one. And I'm waiting for, okay, I agree with you, Adam. I 100% agree with you. So people were mentioned, that one woman mentioned it's queer coded, and people were kind of fighting back, and I'd say so far it's dumb coded. It's just fucking dumb. But it's 100% an allegory for that. And there's little signs. It's not as in your face, other than the putting 12-year-olds in adult bodies. But when they say things like, we're transitioning the consciousness, and you can be whatever you want to be, and then the character renames themselves, 100%, Adam. But I'm waiting to see it play out, because we're only 2 episodes in. And you know what? We have to be fair. We go, maybe this rallies. Maybe they don't do any of that shit, and it just turns into this amazing TV show. That the chances of that happen are 0.000000001%, but it could happen. So I'm waiting for it to play out. But Adam, you are right. Because there's just a couple little words screamed in there. And like, protect the dolls, right, Adam? I mean, that's a shirt people are wearing. So I was subtle, not so subtle in pointing that out in the review. And I'm going to circle back at the end of the series and do another review. And we'll see. We'll see if a Disney show, this is a Disney show. People, oh, it's FX. It's Fox. Disney, aside from one studio head, who Robert Meyer Burnett likes to talk about, and like I guess he's okay, but the people involved with FX and Fox are all gone. They are gone. They have been laid off. They were redundant employees, so they've been gone for years. This is a Disney product. It says Hulu, FX, all this other shit. Well, Hulu's gone at the end of the year here in America, and it's going to be called Disney Plus because Disney Plus failed. Disney Plus failed so miserably, and they knew it was going to fail, that they went out and bought Hulu so they could turn it into Disney Plus. So they could take the Hulu infrastructure, all the credits gotten over the years, being the second streaming service, and they're gonna absorb. Hulu absorbs Disney Plus and then becomes Disney Plus, which means you'll just get a bigger, shittier streaming service. And this is why you should get physical media, because you know what's on Disney Plus now? The X-Files. You know what's on Disney Plus now? Angel. You know what's on Disney Plus now? Buffy. You know what's on Disney Plus now? Aliens, all your alien stuff. Predator. Physical media. Yeah. So, Adam, I thought it was rich that one, is it a girl or is it a dude? She's got pronoun in her bio, so it could be a dude. I don't fucking know. Big glasses, and her smile looked like she had never smiled before. It's like an alien. It's like a lizard. Like, I'm going to smile like a human. Where she said that Alien has always been queer coded. Alien has not always been queer coded. This show. Okay. So you're saying the show with 12-year-olds being stuffed into adult bodies is queer coded? You sure you want to say that out loud? Happy birthday, Gary. You share it with my lovely girlfriend. Ah, she's a Leo. Right on. A fellow refugee from Cali who found the complete series of the Beauty and the Beast comics at Milwaukee. Oh, no way. Comic-Con this year. Godspeed. That's awesome. I was going to say the TV show that was run by George R. R. Martin. Hail, Greg. Happy birthday. Awesome show. Keep on trucking. Hail, Greg. Appreciate your undeniable contribution to today's culture and pop culture. Happy birthday, Gary. Thank you. Maddening. Okay. You guys, you all had the effect on it, on the culture, on today's culture. You decided that, you know what? I am not going to buy the shit. I'm not going to put up with the shit, and I'm not going to be quiet about it. That's you. That's all you. That's all you. I am just a retard with a microphone. So give yourself a round of applause. You might have saved culture. Didn't save Star Wars. We didn't save Star Trek. We're not saving Marvel, and we don't have the power to do that shit. We don't. But we have the power to save our culture and take it back. But it's going to take a long time. Endeavor to persevere. Happy birthday to my favorite internet old man. Great stream title, by the way. Oh, thank you. I thought of it right before the show. Very proud of that one. Very proud of that one. Gary, your theory on will we survive alien invasion? From alien like a xenomorph or alien? I mean, chances are pretty much no. if a technically advanced civilization, I mean, the only way that we survive alien invasions are like if the aliens are allergic to water, or they didn't bother like scouting out that there might be some virus that can kill them, or in the most recent War of the Worlds, they decide to invade but not knock out all of the satellites and keep the cell phones going and stuff. If you were attacked by retarded aliens, sure. But if you're some interdimensional super intelligent shade of the color blue, we're fucking slaves. Now, what if the aliens already invaded? What if we're just an ant farm, a zoo colony? We have zookeepers. We're a giant petri dish or something like that, or we're just part of a simulation. These are all things I think about. These are all things I think we are. Do I think we're alone in this universe? The only possible way we could be alone in this universe is if it's a simulation, and it's just a simulation of us. That is the only possible way we could be alone in this infinite universe with infinite possibilities, with tons of planets in the Goldilocks zone, and life forms we don't even understand that could develop without water, maybe just liquid methane instead, or some other way that we don't understand, because we are just a bunch of monkeys who think we know how we've got everything figured out thanks to physics that's constantly changing. These are deep thoughts that actually I thought about a lot when I was on acid back in the day, and just kept thinking about when I wasn't on acid. The real John Posey for $10. Happy birthday from one Leo to another. Hail, brother. I was born on the 12th of August. All the cool people born in August, which oddly synced up with my aunt and great uncle's birthday. Weird. That is weird. But everything. I don't believe in coincidences, John. I don't. I haven't seen the trailer for Good Boy yet. What is Good Boy? Oh, the dog. I don't know if I can see. You know what? I'm not a pussy. But I don't know if I want to run out and see a ghost movie where you're seeing it from the dog's perspective and then the dog dies at the end. I don't know. I'll check out the trailer though. But I'm not like the people who got upset at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because the CGI creatures were tortured. It's like, stop. It's like when I hear I listen to a lot of Game of Thrones or Song of Ice and Fire lore, and I see them struggle with the violence that's in George's work. Now, the reason George puts the violence in his work is because it's supposed to be a grounded, real story. It's not supposed to glorify it. And quite frankly, a lot of his female characters have a lot of fucking plot armor, if you really think about it. But they still like wince. Who was it? It was not this guy who talks to Preston Jacobs once in a while. And he was talking about Nettles, Rhaenyra. Oh, and he's also talking about Blood and Cheese and how they fucked that up. And not to spoil anything, but there's Blood and Cheese. There were supposed to be twins, and what happens is that there's supposed to be a choice between an older baby and a younger baby, and then the older child gets killed, not baby. But later on, another baby is smuggled out, and that and it's torn to shreds. So they decided, oh, we don't want to kill too many babies. We don't. It's like, this is fucking war. It's fantasy. A lot of babies are getting shredded. And then I hear and the whole point of this is I hear the commenter was like, I don't know if they really should show or talk about another baby being shredded. It's like, you read it in the fucking book. Who cares? That sends a bad message. It's dark. It's fantasy. It's what's supposed to happen. Gollum eats little babies. It's part of the story. And we got to get away. I mean, like, I saw, where is the tweet? Justine Bateman, basically, she's not wrong. Like, she's not wrong about this, but like the market drives mostly things. Okay. I'm just going to read it to you. I won't show it to you. From Justine Bateman, who I like. The trend of murder, horror, crime, ultraviolent, or serial murderer focused films and series needs to back down. These types of films have always been part of the offerings. For far too long, though, they have been the majority. It's depressing as hell. We need a balance and of release again. To what, though? To what? There actually is a balance of release, but Hollywood's not making stuff. Go to Angel Studios and other places, and there is a balance of release. The market drives it, and right now the cheaper stuff to make is horror. Now, I don't like, and I don't watch stupid slasher horror or torture porn. I just don't watch it. I just simply don't watch it. I don't like it. But you know what would balance that out, Justine? And this is where I agree with you. There does need to be a balance. And it could have been balanced. The problem is the superhero, which is now a genre, and a lot of our genre work, like fantasy and sci-fi, has turned into a vehicle for DEI, which has basically been serving up the same 4 or 5 variations of the message for 6 years straight. Hardcore. It's been going on longer than that, but it's been going on for 6 years. So the only place where that kind of wasn't happening, believe me, there's plenty of woke, independent fucking horror shit out there, was horror. It's horror, because what happened in the other genre is, okay, for example, you have Marvel hero up against gender swapped Marvel villain who is now a woman. Or you have legacy Marvel hero. Let's do one better. Let's go to Ragnarok. Movie I kind of liked, but it's noticeable. You have Thor up against Hela from the comics. But because we can't have men committing violence on women, we can't have Thor really fight Hela. And we have these female villains that get destroyed by circumstances or themselves or some other act of nature. And it's not the male protagonist, because we can't have women being beat by men. Why not? They're two superheroed, superpowered things. And Hela was just mowing dudes down. Why can't we have Thor get the payday? Well, because of intersectional feminism. That's why. And that has poisoned all of genre, all of storytelling. That's the core. That's the core of it. You bring balance back by bringing comedy back, Justine, and you know this. You're a filmmaker, so she knows it better than me. You need to bring comedy back. And we've seen a couple of signs with some older, much older properties with sequels like Naked Gun, which was a blip, and everybody's forgotten about it by now. And oh my God, why am I blanking on the name now? I hate being old. It's right at the tip of my God, this sucks when you get old. Happy Gilmore 2. So they come out within a week of each other. They're pretty popular for a second, but they're old properties kind of riffing on themselves. What we need is new original comedy. And for that to happen, we need Hollywood to, not be so politically correct, get the stick out of its ass, which it can't do anymore. Politically, it has not put themselves in the position to do that. It can't make fun of itself, because if so, there would be 50 anti-woke comedies out there right now. They would do well. Because woke is fucking low-hanging fruit. Woke is retarded. That's why so many people are against it, because it's fundamentally retarded. It's a retarded philosophy. It's very easy to make fun of because people are so fucking stupid to believe that shit. So it would be comedy gold. And guess what? It has been for YouTubers. What have we done? We've roasted woke movies. We put smoke alarm sound effects in Ironheart to make people laugh, to try to really just show the absurdity of a show and the worldview of a show, of the creator. There's a debate that's going around on Twitter right now between a young dude and some old woke fucking black woman, right? And she's a hysterical, probably on fucking like some sort of psych medication. She doesn't act like a mature adult. And she's getting roasted. And she's the one who thinks, it's we still live in a slave state and blah, 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 all that same academic shit Well, that's what was filled with all of our entertainment. And these are just not intelligent people. White, black, Mexican. They're just there's something that unites them all. They're all dumb as fuck, but they think they're smart because their assistant went to a women's studies class and told them about it. And that's what's happened to storytelling. So you bring the balance back by bringing comedy back, but you have to, but that would require people having a sense of humor. Woke people do not have a sense of humor. They don't. So now they've lost control and they're fucking losing their minds. And thank God. But they should have lost control a long time ago. And they aren't going to be completely gone. And it ain't completely dead and it never will be. It'll be renamed. But I think if we want to balance out like all the horror, you bring back comedy. And I mean real comedy. And the problem is the people who are making it, like the Judd Apatows of the world, are fucking woke idiots now. Or always were. Woke is antithetical to comedy. It's a poison to comedy. What defeats woke? Mockery, because woke has no self-awareness, takes itself way too seriously. And you see that, you know, not with everybody, but like when they roast JD Vance with the meme, he leans into it. You lean into the fucking meme. You know, it means that, oh, I'm a human being, and despite our differences, we can still laugh at shit that's funny, even if it's at my expense. It's a great litmus test for life. Right. So once comedy makes a full comeback, then you know things are getting better. That's going to be one of your points. So hopefully there is something that balances out the stuff, or all you're going to get is horror movies because they're the only thing that's fucking working right now. Angst Kitten for $10. Did you guys have any thoughts about the cop in Weapons and his comment that he will go to another AA meeting if he feels like he needs to again? What advice would you give if you were his sponsor? Sounds like to me he doesn't have a sponsor, but it's interesting that you bring that up because that's an attitude of a lot of people when it's compulsory AA meetings, and I mean compulsory by the state, the county government, or a girlfriend or a wife. You're not really going because you feel you need to go. It's still good that you go because you get to experience it. But I'll go if I feel I need one again. Is that's somebody who doesn't have a sponsor. That's somebody who's just going through the motions. And that happens a lot. As a matter of fact, that is half the people that go to AA meetings. In my experience, maybe more. For the newcomer meetings. I go to like when I go, it's a speaker meeting, and I like to be surrounded by old timers, people with more time than me. And I love a good crowded speaker meeting. And you just hear somebody's story. It's great. Obi-Wan, you won't always be 12, Wendy. Right? Snacks for $2. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Reggie. Hope you have many more and read someday. Lock it in. Yay, says Fear the Tardo. Thank you. Happy birthday, dude. Thanks for all the entertainment throughout the years. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for providing the best gig in the world. There's no way I can truly express my gratitude to you guys. I get to just sit here and bullshit, and it's tons of fun. And I never get tired of these subjects because I've been into them all my life. So thank you. Happy birthday, slightly older than me, old man. All right. You'll catch up when I'm dead. Thank you, Jim, for $2. And Bika for $10 says, time travel creates an alternate timeline. Cap being with Peggy Oh, sorry, X-ray girl. I was like, what the fuck is that? So we do this on an Excel sheet, and then my little Nerdrotic logo is there, and then a bunch of balloons went past it. Caught my eye. Where was I? Time travel creates an alternate timeline. Cap being with Peggy and growing old was that timeline. He wasn't in the MCU while there. He'd fix shit, but we wouldn't see that because it's not the MCU. That makes doesn't that kind of contradict what was explained earlier in the timeline though? So he created a branch. Well, why wasn't that branch pruned by the TVA? Was that because Kang dictated it? See where I'm going with this? It's absolutely against his character. Cap would not leave a timeline to be with Peggy and leave another timeline on its own to go fix stuff later. Cap was a hero first. He this is what heroes do. They put their needs away. What was so, it's like Spider-Man was the hero who tried to help his family, help Aunt May, but he's always late. His personal relationships are shit because he's always fucking late or not showing up because he was being a hero first. That's exactly what Cap is. Cap doesn't have the luxury of relationships. He is gifted with the responsibility, the miracle of superpowers through the super soldier serum. And he feels so strongly about helping people that he would never, ever, ever put himself above them. Ever. That's what a hero is. That's why he's Cap and he's not us. I tried to walk like an Egyptian this weekend. Now I have to go see a chiropractor. We like the Bengals, especially Susanna Hoffs is still looking really good. Happy birthday, Gary says, black shirts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Kara creates happy birthday, yo fart. Happy birthday to you. Shouldn't be super chatting. Thank you, Kara. Inakbamon for $5. Happy birthday, Gary. I'm going to finish watching Deadwood as a birthday present to you. You should. I briefly lost HBO, but now I have it back. I can't wait. Well, that's cool. You could always get the complete series on, is it Blu-ray or is it DVD? Can't remember. But it's out there. Nothing says MAGA like Black Snape, right? Right, Inakbamon? Like, based Ellison and based Zaslav are going to take back Hollywood. Are you fucking kidding me? Skydance gave us Jar Jar Trek and they want to give us more Jar Jar Trek. Actions, not words. Listen, a lot of people who I'm very friendly with, who I like and respect, I think put too much stock in Bob Chapek and started rooting for Bob Chapek, that he was somehow going to fix Disney. And we now know that was never going to happen because he was never really in charge. He made a couple of very common sense decisions. Hey, we should probably sell stuff that people want, and we should probably stay out of politics. And what did he do? Immediately went back on both of those decisions under pressure from his own workers and created and helped create, was complicit. Now, he was just moving forward Bob Iger's plans, but was complicit in giving us everything on D+. So, yeah, they have to work. Executives have to work within the politics of Hollywood, which means you can be as based as you want. You better hide that shit if you want to do business there. It needs to be changed at the foundation, it needs to be changed from the bottom up, not the top down. But just be wary of putting your hopes and dreams into a Hollywood executive that just split a company for the third time in half a decade, who seems like that everybody in Hollywood hates him, so we want to like him, and I'm for that. But I would just say be careful. Don't want to get burned again. Welsh lad here. Why do you talk smack about Welsh with Mahler, etc.? Even though it's just jokes, it makes me like you a little less. Hen wild fleer de fneur blah, 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 which says this too mighty for your tiny heart. Because it's fun. We actually do it out of love. So we're roasting you because we like you. I mean, you have the best flag. You have the best fucking flag. But no, I roast. It's all terms of endearment. I roast my friends because I like them. If I don't roast you, Gary, I text you, streaming down for the UK people. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. And I did see the text. Hi, Gary. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you. I almost said happy birthday to you. I don't know why the fuck I said that. Oh, because I'm old. I'm going senile. Alex Belfour for $1.99. You forgot Peteroctically. What? Peteroctically? What the
It's
fuck?
technically spelled wrong. I just noticed that. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm like,
wait,
what?
wait. Okay, now there you go. Try that.
A pterodactyl?
There you go.
Yeah.
Good.
Because it was spelled Peteractically with a P in it, with a PE in it. So pterodactyl, which I completely fucked up first time I saw that. Thundra Cat that's a Tundra Cat, sorry, for $4.99. Happy birthday, Gary. Also, will you and someone on the FNT crew ever do a meetup at a convention in Georgia in the coming years, like DragonCon, perhaps? I might go to DragonCon. I might go. I don't know about a meetup. We can do like an impromptu one. Those are fun. But the person who sets up our meetup is very busy with Mrs. Nerdrotic is very busy with stuff she's got to handle. Maybe the last time Gundam was on. Oh, for demonetization? No, he didn't get demonetized. It was a show with Drinker that was before that got fucking demonetized, which makes no sense. No, we got to get Gundam back on. So we got to get Sargon, Gundam on. Dean Kane's coming on soon. Yeah, we got to get Gundam back. I don't want him to think we don't love him, because we love Gundam. First time chatting, first time lurker. Oh, well, welcome. Happy birthday. So Alien Earth, the crew left in 2055. Explain that, Disney. 65-year mission, folks. Hey, but apparently they all forgot who they worked for in hypersleep, or at least one guy. Oh, yes. Happy birthday, says Alex Belfour. Thank you for $1.99. Christopher for $5 says, a newer fan of yours. Thank you. Welcome. Have you ever seen The Invincible Show? I have. I really like, but I never heard y'all talk about it. I liked the first part. There are some character changes I didn't like. I dipped on season 2, but everybody says it improved, so I will catch back up to it. But I liked the first season for the most part. But it did go a little fucking intersectional feminist. I thought the comic was good. Thought it was good. I'm not like this massive, like, Kirkman is a god guy. Now, he may change my mind with what he's done with Transformers, which is pretty fucking good. And I like some of his, I like Battle Pope. I like Marvel Zombies. His Irredeemable Ant-Man was fun. I liked Walking Dead in the beginning, and then it did the same. Like, everybody's like, the show. The comic did the same fucking thing as the show. It just went on too long, and I didn't like anybody in it, and I started rooting for the zombies and dipped out. Great concept and everything, but I mean, I respect what he's built in comic books, but I don't think he's the end all be all of writers. I just don't. That being said, what he's done with Transformers, that might make him the end all be all, because it's really fucking good. It's really, really good. Happy birthday, Gary. I sent you a hat. Did you send me the diddly squat hat? Was that you? Thank you. Thank you. I'll break out the baby on Real BBC. I want to see Az's reaction. Nathan B out there, hail to you, brother. Sent me like all this great physical media, Nathan B. And Nathan B, you did not have to do this, sent me the Taschen Silver Surfer. Giant book. Chris and I talk about it a lot. Huge fans of Taschen. They make giant books. So I've got the X-Men, I've got the Spider-Man, and I think that, and now I got Silver Surfer. One of Taschen's greatest books is a 75-year history of DC. It's giant. It's like that big. I like giant books. I do, especially when it's the Silver Surfer. So thank you, Nathan B. I appreciate you. We have Superman at home. Happy birthday, Gary. You do. It's called the Donnerverse. Superman 1 and the Donner cut. Donner bros are victorious. We're always victorious. We always have the better Superman, and we're always right. And they'll go, what about Can You Read My Mind? And him turning the earth backwards. We were criticizing that shit before you were born. And you know what? Superman flying around the earth and turning time backwards is far more comic accurate than Jor-El being a fucking murderous pimp. No, Can You Read My Mind? Like I was cringing in the theater as a when did it come out? I was like 9. And you're like, what is this? Oh God, no, stop, make it stop, make it stop. But what leads up to that, it's called chemistry, baby. But we used to clown that shit all the fucking time. Still the GOAT. Which audiobook version of Lord of the Rings should I get? Well, that's a good question, the Morak. It depends on your budget. You only have to choose, you can only choose one? You could that is tough. We might have to put that to chat, X-Ray Girl. Andy Serkis or Robert is it Inglis? Robert Inglis. And that version is like, you could tell he recorded it at his desk like this, and I could see his bedroom so he's at a wooden desk. He's recording this on cassette, and you can hear birds. So I'm thinking he's in his master bedroom. His wife's away if he wasn't gay. And you can hear like birds and shit in the background, and it really adds to it. The Andy Serkis one is fucking fantastic, but I think you should do OG first. The Andy Serkis one is fantastic, though. He is utterly great at it. I own both. I wish there was a physical media one of the Andy Serkis one. There isn't. Eddie Brock, down 043 for $5. I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining. Like I'm born to be, we dreaming hard. We came so far. Now I believe we're going up, up, up. It's our moment. You know, together we're glowing. Gonna be golden. Oh, up, 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 up. With our voices, unbreakable forever. Gonna be golden. Oh, I'm done hiding. Now I'm shining. Like I'm born to be. Oh, our time. No fears, no lies. That's who we're born to be. Nothing beats a birthday present than the lyrics of your favorite song from K-pop Demon Hunters. Join in, X-Ray Girl. Yeah. I tried it. And all these people are trying to peer pressure me into seeing it. And it's like, you know what I say? Here's what I say, X-Ray Girl. Mark this down. I'll watch it when Ryan watches it. Which will be never. You're only 6 years past a half century old. When you think about it, that's damn, you're old. Happy birthday, Bish. Thanks. The Crayon God. Damn straight, we have the best flag, and you make a good point. Roasting each other is a form of endearment. I really like you a lot. You're one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. Hail, Gary. I hail to you, brother. And like, I want to, you know what? I'm going to get one on eBay today. I'm going to buy one of your flags. I have a British flag on the ceiling. I have a Texas flag right there, an American flag. I always have an American flag. I always have an American flag flying outside my house 365 days a year. I replace it once a year when it gets too dirty. But I'm going to get a Welsh flag. They're fucking awesome. It's got a dragon on it. Happy birthday, Gary. 3-hour nooner for you, eh? I guess you celebrate your birthday as long as Jay and women do. Almost. We're almost out of here. I got a rest of my day to get to. God, it's almost 3 here. Jesus. How you doing, X-Ray Girl? You okay?
Doing good so far.
Doing good so far. Yeah. Okay. Happy birthday, Gary. You got 30 plus years left. That'd be awesome. Keep on rocking. Thank you. Bazil. Gary is so old, he went to high school with Gandalf. I did, Sindek. Happy birthday, youngster. Hope you have a great day. I will. Already am having a great day. Just saw the movie Nefarious, masterclass film. Good movie. Why can't Warner Brothers just adapt from the animated series? You know, that's the conversation I had with my son. Well, we've talked about it forever, but we just talked about this before the show. He was asking me, like, aesthetically, don't you get trapped by making it the world outside your window? And I'm all, yes. When it comes to making movies and if you want to progress time and tell your canon, I think the world outside your window becomes a problem, and that sliding time scale becomes a problem after a while, especially when the foundation of, say, Marvel characters are so much of them are set in World War II, and we're getting just too far away from it. That's why I think for longevity, if they didn't reset their universe all the time, I think setting up your superheroes in a fantasy world is much better, or you make it a period piece that's going to have an end. Right? So Tim Burton wasn't a comic book fan, inadvertently made the best Gotham. He made the best Gotham. It's a timeless Gotham. It is absolutely timeless Gotham. It could be 1970. It could be 1930. You don't know. It's a mix of both. And then we talked about, like, the movies that were spawned from that era, like Dick Tracy, which I love, The Phantom, The Shadow. It's just better. Or you just make it a solid period piece with an ending. I think pound for pound, we were talking about Dark Horse today. I think pound for pound, back in the day, Dark Horse was the best publisher. Better than Marvel, better than DC. Why do I say that? Because it was truly quality over quantity. They didn't produce a lot. What they did produce was fucking amazing for the most part. We were talking about The Mask and Hellboy and Aliens versus Predator and Alien. Their Star Wars books were fucking bangers, absolute bangers. And they started, in the 80s as a really independent company, as a truly independent company. And I think they had probably one of the tightest, best series ever made, Hellboy. Horror, fantasy, like everything I love. Like pound for pound, Hellboy. Probably my favorite series. Done by the master, Mike Mignola. Gary said shrinkage. Said Skiff Joy for $1 rent. I did. I was at the pool. It's been a hell of a year listening. You are a master of your craft. Oh boy, I don't know about that. I can't read, but thank you. Fun with collecting. Looking forward to many of your nerdtastic birthdays. Hail and happy birthday. Thank you. Cheers. I dig the concept of Spider-Woman, the female clone of Peter Parker with all his memories from the Ultimate line. It's like, if you're playing in the Ultimate universe and you never cross them over, like we were told from the beginning, as us retailers were told, they will never, ever, ever put the Ultimate Universe with the 616. So we knew that was the kiss of death. Of course they're going to do that, and they did it. But the Ultimate Universe is a separate thing. I was completely fine with and having lots of fun with. I think Mark Miller did great job with the Ultimates. Rusty Kryptonite for $1.99 says Los Doyers. Knockbomon for $5. If Glenn Powell dyed his hair, he'd be a good comic accurate Green Arrow. I think he'd actually be a better Hal Jordan. He'd pull off being both a playboy billionaire and a smart ass quipping here. Yeah, I mean, he could, yeah. Look wise, I mean, maybe that's why they went with Ryan Reynolds. They kind of look like Hal Jordan, but they didn't act like it. But if you're talking about being a smart ass, the problem is like, yeah, I think Glenn Powell could work it. You got to give him the goatee and the hat or the hood, but I like the hat. Cavill is Captain Adam. I could see it. Yeah. Yeah. Eyes Wide Shut 4K Criterion announced. Oh, fuck yeah. Let's go. You seen the Joe Rogan where he's talking to Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avery? Where he talks about like how he feels like that movie, and I think he's right, by the way. Hang on, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, whatever. You're gonna have to take my word for it. Oh, thanks, Garrett. Nice picture, fucker. Roger Avery basically talking about Eyes Wide Shut and how at the end they are basically Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman are giving their child to the pedo cult. And he felt like there was like a narration missing. And he makes a very good argument for it. So go watch that. Zero issue with the Privateer is up. Search Atmosphere Comics slowly coming together. You and FNT, true inspiration. Hail. Thank you. Good luck. Zero issue of the Privateer. Happy birthday. Can we get One Piece trailer reaction? Also, didn't we do that? Also, for the upcoming season 2, can we have a private movie arc, a pirate movie arc, etc.? Pirates trilogy. You'll have to ask Mahler. I'm down. We were just talking about the Pirates. I would do the trilogy. I don't know about anything after that, but I'm really in the mood to watch all 3 Pirates movies. I am definitely in the mood to do that. Right at the end, we'll do One Piece trailer. We're almost there. We're almost there. Diego Salazar says, happy birthday. Thank you very much. John Gets Gaming for 2 parts for $15. Thank you. The anime and video game communities are horrible at recommending or adapting for people less into it. More cinematic or simple game appeals. More to casuals. Same with anime when people recommend the most obscure and artsy to someone who isn't into anime. Mafia, the Old Country, Gary would love as it's smaller and has awesome writing. It's not lame. Yeah, I probably would. Okay. I'm obviously not the master gamer that everybody thinks I am. I'm a Diablo guy. If that tells you, I am a Diablo 2, Red Dead Redemption, City of Heroes. I like running around and doing shit. I like good lore. Immersive, good lore. But I also like, Ultimate Alliance. Like that was one of my favorite games. But I like a good story. I do. What's the best old Star Trek to start with? Happy birthday, by the way, you old man. Well, there's only old Star Trek for one, and you start with Star Trek. Gary, happy birthday. May your life be full of happiness as long as Ryan's forehead. Wow, that's long. Thank you, this guy. To add on, every woman who I play Sackboy and Big Game Adventure and Until Dawn with has a great time and gets into it. I don't ask them to play fucking Call of Duty, though. Oh, Sackboy. Good old Sackboy. Happy birthday, brother. Thank you. Alpha Chad Feanor. What's up, brother? You fucking believe this whole Hunt for Gollum shit? Jesus Christ. Oh, just don't adapt the fucking horrors of the Tolkien estate, dude. Ugh. Watching Chief of War on Apple. Tamara Morrison's best role. Oh, really? He is intense. Jason Momoa also rocks. I wanted to check that out. I do. I like Tamara Morrison. Seems like a really fucking good dude. Some people call me fat. Paraskiva for $5 says first time here. Oh, welcome. Check out Chief of War on Apple tomorrow. That's the best. All right. Thank you. I will. Inakbamon for $5. Sinners from Dusk Till Dawn and the underrated John Carpenter's Vampires all have blues and Southern rock heavy soundtracks. Get great soundtracks to own. Yes, I like John Carpenter's Vampire, and I love From Dusk Till Dawn. Love that movie. Happy birthday. YouTube made some drama earlier with the live stream, but it feels okay now. Oh, good. YouTube was attacking my birthday. Jose Taco for $1.99. Happy birthday. May you be blessed. Oh, thanks, brother. Happy birthday, brother. Much love from Smooth. Thank you, Smooth. B Chain 315. Give me my 60s Packers sweep at every play. LOL. No, it's boring. But it won. It won. Wow, that would have been fun to watch the Chargers go up against, like, Sid Gilman go up against Vince Lombardi. That would have been fucking cool. Oh, you know who else came from the school of Sid Gilman? Raider fans. Do you want to know? Do you really want to know the answer to this, Raider fans? So I'm going to break your fucking heart. You know who created the Raider Empire? It breaks my heart to say it. The Chargers. Who was a coach under Sid Gilman? Al Davis. Where did John Madden coach? San Diego State. San Diego Superchargers, not this LA Overchargers. That's right. And we don't even have, we had the best disco song, Wolfpack. We had the best disco song. And on that, go Niners. Hey, your team isn't in your city either. You're the San Jose Niners now. In that stadium where you could like burn to death on one side. No, I've actually, Wolfpack being in San Francisco for 18 years, I went to a lot, and I mean a lot of Niner games. A lot of Niner games. Well, because Candlestick was not far from my house till they moved. Just Gets Gaming for $5. Gary, you're old and apparently into sports. Verify to Ryan that you saw Wilt Chamberlain score those 100 points in a game at Hershey, Pennsylvania, 1960. I can't. I was not born. But you know how I have seen? Because Jeremy, I'm hearing this third or fourth hand, so I don't know if it's true, but Jeremy said, like, if Jeremy was saying that Walter Payton is not better than Barry Sanders, I'll entertain that. I'll entertain that. Barry Sanders probably the best runner who ever played the game. Shortened career. But to say that Walter Payton, sweetness, one of top 3 pure runners ever to play the game for the history of time, history back, history forward, ever. Because I've seen them both play. I've seen them both play. Walter Payton was a fucking legend. And both Walter Payton and Barry Sanders had some shitty fucking teams. Yes, there was the 85 Bears, but then there was some shit before that. Finishing Buffy season 2 tonight, Angel's turn to the dark side has done so well. Also, I can see the hate people have for Xander, but he is so based. He's super based. That's the fucking feminists and the weirdos have hate for Xander. Xander's cool. Poor actors having a hard time. Yep. One of the reasons I like Angel and Hellboy. They're both characters who fight against their inner nature. Gary, what's your favorite plot twist in TV history? Ooh. Oh my God, I'd have to think about that. Angel going dark. When we find out when Angel fucks Buffy and he gets too happy and he loses his soul, it's part of his curse. It's pretty good plot twist. And all of a sudden a protagonist becomes a major antagonist. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not that they did the greatest thing with it, but when in Battlestar Galactica, when you find out like that there's Cylons, that was pretty good amongst the humans, little sleepers. That was pretty good. There's so much more that I could think of that I'm just not thinking of right now because it's late. Well, it's not late. I've just been streaming for 3 hours. Happy birthday, bud. Hope you're well. Thank you. I am well. What? New material? Like K-pop Demon Hunters? Stop. Sec. You know what? It's time for me, Matthew. All right. It's time for me to watch Stargate. Every time somebody says watch K-pop Demon Hunters, I'm going to watch an episode of Stargate. Hela is Loki's daughter and ruler of her own realm. Thor getting shocked and dropped was dumb. His power is lightning. Valkyries are not gods. They're not gods. No. Well, and it should have been Brunhilde. Eric came on. It should have been Brunhilde. You know what? I want justice. I want my metal tits. Instead of having her be like the dead lesbian girlfriend of Black King Valkyrie, Tessa Thompson can't change her facial expression to save her fucking life. Steve Williams for $5. I am reading Redwall. Do you recommend it? Should I keep reading? I am currently on book 4. Why isn't there a Robin in any of the live action Batman? Because they don't respect Robin. They see Robin as kind of weird and dumb. That's just always the way it's been. But no, I don't know why. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. They think Robin is gay and dumb. I don't know why we haven't gotten a Robin is dead in Batman versus Superman. It's stupid. I want to see Batman with a Robin and not a Damian Wayne Robin. Batman's got to start with Dick. Everybody's disrespecting Dick. Everybody's slapping around Dick, but Dick always rises to the occasion. Dick comes through. Dick is hard. Greedy Graffiti for $4.99. Happy birthday and stuff. Watched Better Man over the weekend as per your recommendation. Enjoyed it. See? It's a good movie. It's a good movie. You know, all you have to do is forget the pop star aspect, and this is like supposed to be based on a real story, and just look at it as a movie, as a story. And it works. Whether it be Favreau, Chapek, Zaslav, or Gunn, I'm tired of the Hollywood Messiah narrative. Knock it off and grow up, says an Akmaman. There is no Hollywood Messiah. You have pharaohs. And some of them might be more benevolent, but they're still pharaohs. They're still dictators. And they're still going to play the fucking inauthentic bullshit Hollywood game. War of the Rohirrim was released under David Zaslav. It was. Black Snape, that decision was made under the control of David Zaslav. Well, he doesn't control that department. I thought he's super based and he's supposed to infect everything. Like, arguably, not arguably, worst casting decision ever made for an adapted work. Killing your shit in the crib, allowing that to happen. Not coming down from on high going, I am the CEO. I overrule you on this decision. It's terrible. Well, he's super based. No, he's not. He's afraid to look racist. That's not super based. Super based people don't give a fuck. Couldn't give a fuck. For your birthday, I was thinking about giving you some CDs. Do you like CDs? I love CDs. Thanks, random. You just burn them. That's fine. I like physical media. I still get CDs. I get vinyl too. What was I listening? I was listening to the Batman soundtrack on vinyl through my Atmos. It's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm supposed to say then CD's nuts, but can't do that on your birthday. Random commenter for $4.99. Yes, you can. Happy birthday, Gary, says Joey. Thank you, Joey. Kritosis for 5 Canadian pesos. Happy birthday, dude. FNT and Real BBC and Forbidden Frontier have helped me get through many long work days. That's awesome. We can help the working man. Ryan for $10 says, do you want a good lore? Get on that 40K bandwagon. Happy birthday. If I do, you'll never see me again. Happy birthday. Check out the new Dexter season. I will. You know, I got to talk to Arch. Speaking of 40K, because Arch, I found out this weekend, is a Bright fan. Is a fan of the movie Bright, which I am a massive super fan of. I am not just a fan of that movie. I am a super fan of Bright. And it was like he and I should probably talk about it. Nakbamon, $5. You'll see K-pop Demon Hunters when Ryan sees it. You shouldn't have said that. Ryan loves gay cartoon musicals. Now it's guaranteed. I've already heard Ryan say he'll never watch it. House of Guinness series announced on Netflix next month. It's set in the Peaky Blinders universe, and Joffrey Lannister is in. Oh, really? Happy birthday again. I'm going to watch it. Play The Witcher 3. It's my favorite game of all time. That's what, when I go to gaming, I will be continuing Witcher 3. I do enjoy playing The Witcher 3. I like the world. It's fun. Barry Sanders would have had a longer career if the Packers hadn't been retarded and drafted him. Teamed with Favre. What could have been? Yeah, what could have been? Yeah, Barry Sanders' career, but you know, like he seems happy. He seems very happy. He's got enough money. He's always seemed like a really cool dude. And that was the nature of the sport back then, which was kind of fucked up. But football's gay now. Football sucks now. Legit. I've went back and watched a lot of games from last season, and it is a different game from 10 years ago. It is flag football. The hits are gone. Strategy is retarded. There's some bad coaching. There's just some bad coaching. And I remember a time, and this sucks. The new football fans will get all upset when I say this. When football wasn't as fucking corporate. There was something, especially back in the 70s and 80s, when there were bigger sports. There was some underdog about football. And it's a way more entertaining sport to watch, right? Even though there's lots of play stoppage. There wasn't as much back in the 70s and 80s. It was far more brutal and it was just more fun. Now, like the NFL's been called the no fun league for a long time. And now it's the no fun league, like for 100%. And the fact that they're stenciling stop hate and end racism and we can be the change is fucking gay, retarded, woke white woman bullshit that you've allowed into your fucking sport. And it's ruined. It's utterly ruined. But it makes all the money in the world. I don't care. I have my Sundays free now. I don't watch shit. I vaguely pay attention to talk to my son, who I made a football fan, and he doesn't care if the Chargers are in LA or San Diego. He's a Chargers fan. He's a big Chargers fan. So I do it for him. Otherwise, I don't care. I don't give a shit. I have I have separated from something I loved all my life. Went to I was season ticket holder for the Chargers, had great fucking seats, been to Super Bowls, but one with the Chargers, but I've been to a lot of Super Bowls without the Chargers. I've been to a lot of playoff games. I used to know a lot about football. I could have stood in on Sports Wars pretty easily when we talked about NFL stuff, but I don't care. I severed that, and I like having Sundays free. Now I can do Forbidden Frontier. Oh, and my week isn't ruined, or my day isn't ruined, because my team lost, which my week would definitely be fucking ruined. Like ruined. Gary, what's your favorite Stargate character? Kurt Russell. I don't even like that movie that much. Hephaestus for £5 British. Do you have an address for gifts? I make movie prop replicas, BFF and National Treasure currently have a lot on the shelf. What's your poison? BTTFF. Oh, dude. What's my poison for prop replicas? I like replica guns. Whatever. Like, surprise me. That'd be awesome. If it's not too much trouble. X-Ray Girl, it's on. Okay, if you go to
Nerdrotic.com, the address will be right there at the side.
Yeah, we have a P.O. box.
Yeah.
It's also on the channel. If you go up to the top, there's a little bio and you hit more, it's on the bottom. And that used to be the about section. Thanks. I like all kinds of stuff. But you don't have to send anything. It's fine. All right, we're going to wrap it up there, X-Ray Girl. Wait, we got 4 more. Hang on. Happy 111th birthday, Gary. You look and feel too little, like too little butter scraped across too much bread, says Abigor. I'm old, Gandalf. I may not look it. Thank you. Happy birthday, Gary, says Melodic Method. Thank you. Been watching you since you were 48. What? Demi Moore's tapeworm. Amazing how time flies. Feels like your 50th was just yesterday. Have a blessed day. Yes. 50th birthday was 2020, right? So it's COVID. Yeah. Ugh. Yep. I started this channel in my 40s. Bon Jovi's Slippery When Wet was released 39 years ago today. Hurts Donut. Fuck you. Happy birthday, Gary. Appreciate the fuck out of you, brother. Right back at you. Happy birthday, Gary. Have a good one from Jeff up north. You too, brother. Hale, thanks for your inspiration. I have finished writing my first comic book script, and I'm inking the first page today on Collab Stream. Happy birthday. Thank you. And good luck, man. Creativity is good for the soul. Happy birthday. Careful not to burn down the house, blowing out all those birthday candles, Gary. I'm going to blow them out. I'm going to go out to dinner. I'm going somewhere else. I don't want to risk blowing up the house. I recommend you play Fallout New Vegas. I think you'd really appreciate a lot of what it does with the story, world building, and lore. I ignore the Fallout show when playing it, though. My son loves that game. Thank you, Kratos. Or Kretosis for $10. Eric, you didn't have to super chat that. Can't you just Eric put in the PO box as a super chat? Did you really mean to do that, Eric Bot? Or X-Ray Girl?
I think he meant it.
You didn't have to super chat it, brother. There it is. Thanks, Eric. All right, we got to go. Not quite the 5-hour string, but we got to go. I got shit to do. And that stuff is actually just hanging out with my son. So thank you all. Happy birthday, Gary. Nothing pithy to say. Just keep on plugging on. Us old guys need to teach these youngsters how things should be. That's right, Radio Man. Thank you. Okay. X-Ray Girl. Don't forget the trailer. Oh, yeah, the trailer. Okay, let's do that. Oh, what's that clip? Hang on. Hang on. Oh, so Red Team Review did George R. Martin confronted by crazy fan about Winds of Winter. Full. It says you're gonna die. Oh, fucking A, come on. Oh no. I do not recommend. Yeah, like I don't want him to die. I want him to finish the book. I love the book. Here we go. One Piece first look trailer. I mean, I've already seen a bunch, so I don't know how much commentary I can give. And I am not a lore expert in this. I'm going to make anime and manga fans very unhappy. I favor the live action. But yeah, okay. We'll preface this by saying One Piece season 2 coming out 3 years after season 1 is fucking dumb. And it will kill your show. That's why they announced with this trailer that they're going to put season 3 immediately in the production, because they, for some reason, drag their fucking feet. Don't know why. The strike, whatever. They drag their fucking feet, and they shouldn't have. And they lost 2 showrunners. Now, I don't know if the other one's going to come back or not. He said he's going to dip out for health reasons, but I don't know if he's going to come back. But you've lost 2 showrunners. That's too much time. You had such momentum. This thing was blowing up, and you lost it all waiting 3 years. 2 years. It should have been out by now. It should have come out this month. It should have come out this month, right fucking now. And what a huge mistake. Massive mistake. And I still think that's too long. I think 18 months is doable. I think when you wait 24, 26, 27, you start being removed from the zeitgeist, no matter how good you are. Stranger Things is a phenomenon that you will not repeat. That you will not repeat. By the way, it took them almost a fucking decade to do that show, which is insane. They're going to have to figure out, especially with these 8-episode shows, there's no fucking excuse. House of the Dragon shouldn't take 2.5 years to come out. None of this, like, how did Game of Thrones did it? Well, because they focused on story. Well, we need dragons and spectacle. No, you need good stories. But the fact that it's taken this long, and I know it's tough. I know you're basically making little movies. I get it. You need to find a way to streamline this shit because it's unsustainable. It's absolutely unsustainable. 3 years between a show. Who gives a fuck? Wednesday's out. They're going to say the numbers are great. People are watching it. Is it in the zeitgeist as much as Wednesday season 1 was? And you know the answer to this question. No. No. It's not being talked about as much. So this is a fun little story that people like, that I like, that took too fucking long. And it'll come around and I'll cover it, but like, yeah, you took too long. We got a half-hour video talking about how much I like this show. Let's do this. So real quick, and these are all young actors. They're all going to look like they're fucking 50 by the time they get to season 3. This is a race swapped character. Forgot her name. She's Indian. People were upset about it, but they race swapped the shit out of characters in season 1. And I don't know that much about the lore to be upset about it. Yeah, that nice shot of Nami's ass. Stretchy powers. They're showing somebody using stretchy powers. This month at 2 years. At 2 years. Great soundtrack, by the way. It's got one of the best TV soundtracks ever. It's so good. What does that say? Mr. Brent, wait. I'm sorry, but not but some of the One Piece casting I can't get over. Luffy can barely speak English. Nami seems much bigger by the time skip, by the way. I mean, like, I wasn't a lore purist, so I can understand Luffy. It is amazing, though, John. We do have to point out that he was speaking the King's English, or American English, and then he developed an accent later on in life with the little kid. You're like, hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. How did you go from speaking American English to being very Hispanic? Love One Piece manga. Anime is horrid pacing because it's afraid of catching manga and they won't go seasonal. Netflix redoing the anime. So yeah, that's what Perry told me, that they're going to probably make it a little more lean and mean. All right. Is that it, X-Ray Girl? So pissed that we never had and never will get a good Cyclops live action. Is that it, X-Ray Girl?
Yes, it is.
All right. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. You guys are wonderful. Thanks for hanging out with me for almost 4 hours. You too, X-Ray Girl. And I will see you tomorrow on The Real BBC. See you tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. Thanks to the Nerdrotics. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat donation. You help keep the lights on here. Thanks to all the lurkers. Ciao, Bella.